Anders Auto Parts features quality name brand auto parts along with PPG automotive and industrial paints. Anders has an experienced, knowledgeable staff to serve you. Anders has been serving the Fond du Lac area for 3 generations since 1956. Anders Auto Parts features quality name brand auto parts. Along with PPG Automotive and Industrial Paints, Anders has an experienced, knowledgeable staff to serve you. Anders has been serving the Fond du Lac area for 3 generations since 1956. 16 West Sibley Street is the location, just off North Main behind the American Family Office. Go with experience. Call Anders Auto Parts for your automotive parts and paint. 920-922-3390.
One of the neatest projects and programs that we have that I truly believe in is our 5 cents for the future program. Every time a customer swipes their Bristol Morgan Bank debit card, we donate 5 cents to our scholarship fund, which is administered by the Fond du Lac Area Foundation. And we provide scholarships for local students that are going to 2-year, 4-year school. We're there for up to a 4-year renewable scholarship.
Bristol Morgan Bank, locations in Oakfield, Fond du Lac, Brandon, and Van Dyne. Log on, bristolmorganbank.com.
At Camera Casino, we are making magic happen.
If you have a lot of slides sitting at home, we can magically put them on a CD for you. Need a different lens? We can fix that.
If you need something to carry all of your equipment, watch this. Oh, sometimes smaller is better.
Whether you're looking for cameras, tripods, or accessories, Camera Casino can make magic happen for you.
When you hire the attorneys at Everson & Gibbs LLC, you're getting more than professional representation. Their partners are committed to excellence and have been successfully representing their clients since 2005. Whatever your legal needs or questions, Everson & Gibbs LLC has you covered. Practicing business law, personal injury, estate planning, probate and guardianships, and real estate. They work closely with their clients to provide exceptional legal services that are catered specifically to their needs. Give them a call at 920-922-7113 or head to eversonandgibbs.com.
Team on top of the game for screen printing, custom awards, signage, and embroidery is Hoppers. Hoppers Silk Screen and All-Star Trophy, located in the heart of Fond du Lac, can custom print to 1 shirt or 1,000. Pick from Under Armour, Gildan, Nike, and more. Choose your school for a custom one-of-a-kind look. Need banners, signage, or vehicle wrap? The team at Hoppers does it all. Hoppers Silk Screen and All-Star Trophy at the corner of Main and Merrill, Fond du Lac. Get more now at hopperware.com. That's hopperware.com.
Hi everyone, I'm Josh Schneider with Silica for Your Home. We get innovative products in every day at Silica. I think one of the coolest things we have right now is something we don't even sell, our new digital price tags. We know you're busy, so these tags do the shopping for you. They search the internet twice a day, and if they find a product at a lower price, it automatically changes the Silica price. Shop Silica for the best sales, service, and pricing every day. So come on in and check them out. We hope to see you soon.
The Rademan family has been quarrying and producing natural stone products for over 50 years. Hi, I'm Brock Rademan with the Rademan Stone and Landscape Company. As the first member of our 4th generation family-owned business, I'm proud to carry on the tradition of providing quality stone products to Fond du Lac and the surrounding areas. Is your driveway in need of repair? Here at Rademan's, our crushed stone division provides our customer with stone needed for maintaining your gravel driveway. Our quarry stone division provides landscape stones such as stepping stones and retaining wall stone for your outdoor living areas. We also offer natural thin and full veneer stone for interior applications such as fireplaces or outdoor applications to combine with or replace your siding or brick. Whether building or remodeling, veneer stone can add a natural look and feel to your home. Our natural stone is available in many different textures, sizes, colors, and cuts. Stop out at Rademan's and see our indoor-outdoor stone displays, or like us on Facebook to see some finished projects. Rademan Stone and Landscape Company, where we have the materials to do the best work on earth.
For a job where you play an important role in your company and work in a supportive team environment, join Spectrum today. As a customer service representative, you'll represent the nation's fastest growing TV, internet, and voice company and help bring Spectrum services to the communities we serve. We offer a competitive salary, best-in-class benefits, complimentary services, paid training, and excellent opportunities for growth and advancement. Interested? Go to jobs.spectrum.com today.
Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to the Fond du Lac Blue Line as we get ready for some, I don't know if it's sectional semifinals or regional finals action, the way that I was looking at the bracket. Nick Rush is here with Jeff Sauer as we're doing the broadcast. Nick, were you able to interpret that, how that bracket's set up?
All I know is Springs takes on Homestead. The winner goes to Saturday in the sectional championship game, Jeff. That's all I know, right?
That's exactly what I saw as well. So welcome to the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show as we get ready here to talk about these teams. Nick, what do you got?
Well, Jeff, welcome into the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. The Ledgers got a nice victory, 9-0. They beat Stoughton this past week, the 17th, last week, Thursday. A dominating performance by the Ledgers. They jumped all over them, Jeff. 5-0 at the hands of the Vikings. Dumped one in the second period, 3 more in the third, totaling 9. McFarland and Oregon hook up on the bottom half of the bracket, so the winner of that game takes on the winner of this game. And the Ledgers trek toward another state championship continues. The Ledgers have been there 2 times. They've won 2 times.
And what I've seen from this team, and I think this will be the 5th time, and you may have seen them more, but I've seen them when they played against Waupun. And Waupun obviously went down to Oregon and lost to Oregon in their first game of the regionals. But up until 5 minutes left, as I was talking with Coach Welsh from the Ledgers, up until 5 minutes left in that second period, Waupun was right there. They were down 3-2 against Oregon, and then all of a sudden, as was Wapun's nemesis all season, second period, they just fell apart and they gave up 3 more goals to make it 6-2, I believe it was. There might have been only 5-2 at the end, but all of a sudden Waupun is out of it, especially since they didn't have their offense.
St. Mary Springs Academy 9-1 in the Badgerland Conference, 18-5 overall. Nina Hortonville Menasha finished in second, followed by Fond du Lac, Appleton United, Oshkosh, Waupun, Fox Cities, and then Shawano, Bonduelle, and Clintonville. Again, 18-5 record for the Ledgers. Meanwhile, Homestead comes to us today from the North Shore Conference. Homestead at 2-4 in conference play. Their overall record 11-13. So we'll see what Homestead can bring to the table against the defending Division II WIAA state champions. Of course, the state tournament, Jeff, expanded to a couple of divisions a couple of years ago. The Ledgers, the first team to win in Division II. They backed it up with a nice win, 4-1 over Superior last year in the state championship game.
Yeah, and I'm expecting that we're going to see St. Mary Springs down there. Obviously, Coach Welsh does not want to talk about that as he wants to make sure he keeps his team focused. But from what I saw, again, from watching this team and several other teams play, and you take a look at Springs finished up their regular season playing U School and playing Notre Dame and had some pretty good performances against those programs.
And Notre Dame, Jeff, plays Fondy tonight in Division I in their matchup up in Green Bay. And we'll have that's kind of a second game of our doubleheader on RadioPlusInfo.com tonight. So
yeah, and I'm expecting that to be a good game as well. I was just taking a look at also some of the results for Homestead because there is a little bit of crossover with teams that they played. It looks like they wanted to play all the teams in the Badgerland, and they
except
did.
Springs.
Exactly. Except for St. Mary Springs. So when I was looking at that, Homestead back on February 11th, they played Nina, and they lost to Nina 6-2. And then I was looking at they also played Fond du Lac on December 21st, and they lost to Fond du Lac 8-2. And when you take a look at the last results that the Ledgers had against those 2 teams back on the Badgerland Conference Tournament, Springs shut out Fond du Lac 5-0. And then on that Saturday when they were in the championship game, then they beat Nina in the championship 6-2.
Yep. This is your Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show, your Fondy Family Dental Coaches Smile interview. And when we always ask Coach Welsh for a comment, injury comment, he always says no comment. That's his kind of a sticking point right there. But I would think, Jeff, the play of the goalie for Springs in Rising has just been so good all season. It's got to be a smiling point for the Ledgers, right?
Yeah, again, talking with Coach Welsh when he came up here to give me that starting lineup, those are a couple of things I asked him. Asked him what would be what put a smile on his face today, and he said that making sure that they played good, structured, and disciplined hockey today. And if that happens, and they're able to come out with no injuries, so he did say that there is not any injuries that he had to report, and he's hoping that when they get done, especially this time of season, you don't want to be leaving here with any injuries.
Your Fondy Family Dental Coaches Smile segment, again presented by Fondy Family Dental, a proud sponsor of high school sports, seeing all ages of patients in a happy and honest setting. Schedule an appointment today. Your MPTC keys to today's game, Moraine Park Technical College, offering more than 100 career areas, helping prepare you for the future. MPTC, Jeff, what do we think for some keys to the game?
obviously, when again talking with Coach Welsh, what he wants to see, and I've been impressed the entire season, is moving the puck.
Yeah.
They don't keep that puck on their sticks very often. If you watch them either breaking out of the zone, it's 3 seconds, and that's typically the rule of a good team is 3 seconds on your stick, and you're finding a partner or somebody to give it to. So he's hoping if they continue to move the puck. The other keys that he was looking for is he's hoping to get a couple of dirty goals, so get a couple of people in front and get those goals early to send the message that they are here to be dominant. And then the next thing that he's been pretty proud of this, in no penalties. And when they get the opportunity actually executing on their power play, they had some struggles with their power play early in the season. He had told me that they were right around 10%, and I think I remember looking at that the first time that they played Waupun, that it was a low percentage, but they've almost doubled that now, and their power play percentage is at 19%.
Staying out of the box, keeping the pressure in the zone against Homestead. A couple of keys as well to tonight's game. Again, your keys to the game presented by Moraine Park Technical College. More than 100 career areas helping prep you for the future. Your Bauer Chiropractic Injury Report. Bauer Chiropractic got pain. See Shane. Dr. Shane Bauer. Bauer Chiro voted Fond du Lac's favorite chiropractor in a recent Reader's Choice poll. The injury report.
No injuries to report, as you said, Coach Welsh. But this time I actually believe him. There was and he had talked to me, I believe it was at conference or the first game of the conference tournament that he was concerned, or it might have been, I think it was when they were playing Waupun. He was concerned that Dane Dinovich was injured at that time, and he had let me know that he had taken a knee to the thigh, and he said that everybody is healthy right now, and his goal is to make sure that they all stay healthy all the way through the playoffs.
The Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. This is on RadioPlusInfo.com. Game 1 of our doubleheader tonight. Game 2 is Fondy at Notre Dame at Cornerstone Rink number 3, and they'll be playing that game at about 7:15. So once the Springs game is wrapping up here, flip on over and watch the Fondy game. A couple of area high school hockey teams playing. The Warbirds, Jeff, also playing Xavier Co-op tonight.
Yes, I didn't do a lot of digging into that women's, but I had a couple of Waupun players are on that team as well, and have been impressed with that they've been able to do it. It would be awesome for this area to send 3 teams on to the next round, right?
Yeah, what indeed, yeah. Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show continues on RadioPlusInfo.com. Nick and Jeff with you here. We'll take a commercial break and come back with the starting lineups and the opening face-off coming up next on RadioPlusInfo.com.
Hi.
Hey. You look really nice.
Let's get some more pictures. Let's go over here. This is good. This is good. You look so cute.
New Cantina Crispy Chicken Tacos. Try them with creamy chipotle or avocado ranch sauce.
Capelli Brothers and Dietrich is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Capelli Brothers and Dietrich, founded in 1948, they provide the highest quality of workmanship to all of their clients at very competitive prices. They've completed numerous construction projects, including manufacturing plants, commercial establishments, churches, healthcare facilities, schools, and many various types of remodeling projects. Log on to CapelliDietrich.com. Capelli Brothers and Dietrich, a proud sponsor of high school sports.
Here at Pizza Ranch, we believe in happy accidents, like in 1964, when a Buffalo, New York restaurant owner accidentally bought chicken wings instead of chicken necks. The 60s were a crazy time. Well, decades later, and the mistake-turned masterpiece is now at Pizza Ranch. Introducing our new traditional and boneless chicken wings, tossed in our signature sauces. 2 more ways to get the country's best chicken available for carryout and delivery. Maybe it wasn't an accident after all, just delicious fate. Pizza Ranch. Mmm.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem.
My name is Jim. Came to New Medical for bad knee pain. Before that, I couldn't squat, kneel. I had difficulty getting in my truck. 12 weeks later, things are getting better and improving every day.
Hi there, my name is Steve. I had a lot of pain in my right knee due to arthritis. The results I've experienced have been a lot less pain in my knee. I'm able to walk up and down steps a lot better than I was. I would highly recommend the procedure to anybody that's been talking to an orthopedic surgeon. They wanted to perform a full knee replacement on me, and I thought, I'm pretty young for that, so I was looking for other alternatives.
Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
I bought my used SUV from one of those big national retailers. It seemed like a good idea until they delivered it, and I discovered issues. Trying to get them to help has turned into an endless runaround. It's pretty disappointing. I feel abandoned.
Choosing Holiday over a faceless online retailer is a no-brainer. In person or online, we're here for you. With quality vehicles, more for your trade, and the care you deserve. From Wisconsin's #1, dodge the remorse and discover the difference at Holiday. It's worth the trip.
Since 1933, you've come to trust Spies Painting for painting, sandblasting, and equipment restoration. Spies Painting does industrial, commercial, and residential. Not just painting, but wall covering, power washing, specialty coating, sandblasting, parts painting, and more. Highway 151 Fond du Lac. Good luck to the Cardinals and Warbirds in your games this week from the team at Spies Painting. Log on spiespainting.com.
Muthig Industries in Fond du Lac would like to wish your local high school sports teams best of luck in the playoffs. Muthig Industries is one of the area's top full-service manufacturers of precision metal stampings, laser cutting, production machining, and turning, tool and die manufacturing, and custom metal fabrication products. Muthig Industries is a third-generation family-owned company since 1965. Muthig Industries is now hiring for brake press operators, CNC machinists, and general laborer positions. To apply, visit MuthigIndustries.com. Muthig Industries, 33 East Larson Drive, Fond du Lac. Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at IntegritySaw.com. That's IntegritySaw.com.
Even dock spiders know there comes a time to clear the cobwebs off investments at different financial institutions and former employers in order to help plan for the future. LedgeVest Financial can help clients transition from cobwebs to a financial pathway tailored to pursue their future goals. Clear the cobwebs with the help of LedgeVest Financial, proudly serving Fond du Lac with over 60 years of combined financial industry experience. Go to LedgeVestFinancial.com or call 920-581-5700.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the WIAA Hockey Playoffs. This is Division II Hockey. Homestead and Springs getting set to skate it up here this afternoon. You can start your career at BakerCheese.com. Visit BakerCheese.com to find out how you can apply today. And as we get ready for the opening faceoff here, Jeff, you have the starting lineups for us.
I do. For Homestead, starting at one defense is going to be number 4, Jack Wojnowski. The other defense is number 21, Jackson Lord. On the wings for the offense, Rocco Cicerello and J.J. Perez, number 10, and number 11 will be Nate Pound for Homestead. For the Fond du Lac Springs Ledgers tonight at defense, starting number 18, Connor Schramm, and number 20, Ian Zabel. And on offense is going to be number 5, Isaac Zabel, number 7, Isaac Highland, and number 9, Caden Blank. In goal is going to be number 31, Connor O'Brien for Homestead. And for Springs, it's going to be number 30, Hayden Rising.
Our opening face-off presented by Right Way Home Improvement. Visit rightwaybuilt.com. Contact Right Way today for your free estimate, 929-8999. Again, 929-8999. Play-by-play for the first period. Here's Jeff.
Back here, Caden Blank took it into the corner there. Homestead had a nice job of knocking him off of the puck. Coming back with it, trying to get it into the neutral zone. They do. Gets underneath the stick of number 25, Colin McMahon. Shot towards it. Rising's going to get that easy save here in that first period. Gets the first shot on goal. For Homestead, didn't pick up quite that number. We'll see if I can see it on that instant replay. I did not, but a nice job there by Hayden Rising.
Highlanders outshot the Bulldogs, Jeff, in their matchup 14-8 in the first period. Ledgers outshot Stoughton 20-3 in their first period last week.
And looking at some of that other information all season, that goes over the glove of Rising. Springs has just dominated. Ooh, the official goes down. Hope he's okay. Gets back up on his feet. Moved down in the corner. Picked up there by 23, Josh Austin. Got a whistle. Trying to see, I think, if the official is okay. It looks like over there. It looks like he is back up and skating around. A very veteran crew. I've seen these gentlemen before. I don't do a good job of following names of the officials, but they've been out on the ice quite a bit.
They're good skaters. They look veteran.
Right,
they look
exactly.
seasoned, yeah.
Right, exactly. And again, as I was talking about, St. Mary Springs has just dominated in every one of their periods. In fact, their actual best period that they've had is the second period, where they just have clobbered teams. It didn't show as much when they took on Stoughton. I think that first period was dominant, but after that it was everything that
36-9, they outshoot them in the second period, Springs does.
Exactly. So that's their period, especially when you got that short change on that bench, or the long change, I guess you could say it is. It's going to be picked up there by Highlanders number 4, Jack Wojnowski, one of the starters. Looks like no icing is going to be called here. So Rising decides to play it, gets it behind the net. Going to be picked up there by Colin McMahon. Bangs it into the corner, picked up there by 29, Talon Blank. Talon, if I remember correctly, I'm just basing it off. I don't have my clipboard and I didn't get myself as organized as normal, but I believe when I was taking a look at it, I think he had 5 points in that game over at Stoughton. I think he ended up with 1 goal and 4 assists, if I remember correctly, and looking at some of my information. And he is in the top 3 of scoring for Springs as well as in the assists, so that puts him also in the top 3 for the point getters for the team.
Dianovich, Korb had pretty good games. Cooper Bilo as well for the Ledgers. Westergaard, Austin had a couple of goals in that first period too for the Ledgers.
Yeah, I was looking at those goals, and always to me, I think that what tells is how many assists that your whole team gets. That means you're moving the puck in that game, and that's one of the keys to the game that Coach Welsh was looking at. Here's when they moved to Schramm. Schramm off the blocker there of O'Brien. Takes that shot from the blue line. Working it down low, Austin Westergaard, you're talking about. He had 2 goals in that first game in regionals. Look at his cycle. It takes it around. Nice cycle actually coming here to set. Now they get it down to Schramm. Schramm's going to dump it back down into Gabe Brown. Tried to clear there by number 24, Hunter Lord.
A lot of pressure in this Homestead zone last minute or so.
Again, that's the specialty of Springs. They get that puck, they get possession of it, and they get it right back in on offense, and they put all kinds of pressure on your defense.
They don't turn it over. They don't give it up.
No, they're fundamentally sound. We talked about that again with Coach Welsh. That's what I like to watch. I like to see him moving. And again, when you're seeing teams skating it, like you just saw here, having to keep possession of that puck.
Zabel had great defense there, and McMahon also stepped up too and got a stick on it.
Picked up there by number 6, I think, Rocco Cicerello. He shot into the glove of Hayden Rising, and he's going to get the whistle. At the 14:09 mark on the
Quest Interior scoreboard.
Thank you, Quest Interiors. It's a little different than I'm used to saying.
I read your mind, Jeff. I got you.
Yep, awesome. 2 shots apiece here for the Springs Ledgers as well as for the Homestead Highlanders. I got that right this time. Last time when they were playing in Waupun, I kept calling them the Hilltoppers, and I knew better, but I couldn't figure out what they actually were because I didn't look at it. So it's the Highlanders wearing their road red. Set that up nicely, picked up there by number 20, Ian Zabel. Zabel moves it out to other Zabel, Isaac. Coming back with it is Schramm into the neutral zone, dumps it in.
Nice stick.
Moved up, met right there by Wojnowski, but stayed in on the stick there of Schramm. Picked up, turned over. Isaac Zabel with it. Makes a couple of moves, looking, dumps it as soon as he gets to the red line, and is going to go for the change. One of the huge things that I've noticed here every time we watch Springs is that they are used to this bigger rink, and that's when you're not used to playing here. It usually makes a huge difference. Nice move there by Cicerello, but picked off by number 29 for the Ledgers. That's going to be Talon Blank. Into the neutral zone. Picked up there, Josh Austin. 2 goals again over at Stoughton.
mentioned that name, Cicerello, Jeff. 55 points for him on the season. He's got 17 goals, 38 assists, so he's their leading point grabber.
Yeah, and again, looking at Homestead when we're putting this together, they had one line. That top line of theirs just dominates in points, and then everything after that drops off, which, again...
So, unlike the Ledgers, not a lot of depth with Homestead. The Ledgers have that. They've had that for the last couple of years, by the way, and they're dominating state championships. They're 4-0 at state, winning the semis and the finals the last 2 years, 2020, 2021.
A complete team, and Coach Welsh coaches them that way to be that complete team where they're focused on making sure that next man up and everybody is equal coming up.
Dianovich in now for the Ledgers.
Picked up there by number 25. That's Colin McMahon. Again, he wraps it over here to Josh Austin. Austin skates, gets it into the neutral zone, tries to get it off the board. Nice defensive play there by Mark Schimpf for Homestead. Picked up by Talon Blank. Tried to get it in. Good stick battle there by Oliver Malecki for Homestead.
Lopez came over, helped defense. Good job.
Dianovich looks like he was met right there at... was laying on the ice there for a little bit, but was able to get himself back up. Back in front, there it is, that little tic-tac from down below. They get it out front. Quick stick there by Josh Austin to put the shot on, but a better reaction by Connor O'Brien this time. Trying to pick that up as Ty Deemer. Picked up again, right into the high slot. Number 23, Josh Austin.
Look for Dianovich on a cut, Jeff. Couldn't find him.
Looking for that tip right out in front of the net. Just missed it. Ian Zabel with it. Gets it back there. There's that tic-tac-toe from behind and a score. Number 23 with the goal. And I could not tell. I think that was Dianovich that had gone down below, if I remember correctly. But that is going to be the first score is going to be by number 23, Josh Austin. And we'll see what the announcer says. But I thought that looked like it was Dianovich we were talking about had taken it down below and looking to set it up. They camped somebody in that low slot. Right there he was, and there was no way without hitting the pads. There's no reaction time that O'Brien's going to have to pick that up.
Josh Austin continues his dominant ways in the first period. Had two against Stoughton in the first period, and puts one in tonight, too, in the first period.
Yeah, so we'll wait to pick up from the announcer who got that.
Dianovich and Sabel on the assist.
Yeah, so I had the first one was wrong. They were reversed on mine from what I saw. So Zabel with that first, get a whistle here. O'Brien covers up. Didn't want any of that attack coming in on him. So the first assist is going to go to number 20, Ian Zabel, and the secondary is going to go to Dane Dianovich for Springs as they draw first blood here at 10:55 in the first period. 1-0 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. Shot towards the net. O'Brien puts it into the corner. Going to pick it up is number 21. That's going to be Jackson Lord. He's going to dump it. That's going to be an icing. We'll have a face-off coming back down here to the Trapper side.
High school sports tonight presented by your Edward Jones financial advisor, Stan Sprader, Ben Bearcheat, Kathy Taves, Petra Kellisted, Matt Moses, Jeff Wills, and Pam Tullifson. Edward Jones is making sense of investing. Edward Jones, proud sponsor of high school hockey tonight, RadioPlusInfo.com.
That's Isaac Highland in there at center. Won that one forward. It's again there. It used to be pretty easy. If a puck went backwards, you knew that it was the wind was by the center of that team where it was pulled back, but not anymore. You've found more and more teams that like to dump it forward and try to catch here. At the high slot shot, save there, an easy save there by O'Brien as Caden Blank pulled the trigger. Coming into that high slot, O'Brien was able to see it all the way.
Shots on goal 6-2 in favor of the home team. Quest Interior scoreboard reads 1-0 Springs, 10:22 left to play in period number 1. Nick and Jeff with you. Nick at RadioPlusInfo.com. You can send us an email if you're watching the broadcast here tonight or comment on our chats, which is also active tonight, Jeff.
Yeah, we're trying to see if we can get a little bit more activity out there with our crowd. So if you'd like to, save there by O'Brien on that shot. I think that was Dianovich again. trying to get you to participate here. Again, these videos are saved out there on radioplusinfo.com on the YouTube page that people can go back and watch this. The kids actually enjoy that. I know when I'm streaming on my own page, I talk about that all the time, and I get comments sent back to me in my email. Thanks for that. So they like to know where people are watching from. You're sitting in Florida watching this hockey game here. Kids want to see that.
Yeah.
They want to know who you're cheering for. It doesn't matter to us if you're cheering for Springs. Obviously, we're here broadcasting at Springs, but Homestead people out there watching, go ahead and let us know in that chat, and we'll see what we've got there, and we'll respond back to what we see.
Winner takes on the winner of McFarland and Oregon. They're playing tonight, as a lot of the teams, I think there was only one hockey game last night. That was Neenah. They won last night. Everybody else was postponed to tonight.
Ooh, just off of the post there as he had it. It looked like O'Brien had it solid as Dianovich put that towards the net. Rison's going to pick it. He's going to dump it all the way down. This is one of the things I like. Nice feed there to Josh Austin, but a good defensive recovery by number 21, Jackson Lord, for the Highlanders.
Dianovich was cutting, couldn't find him, and nice defensive play by the Highlanders here. They come on the attack into the spring zone. It hasn't been in the spring zone a lot here in the first period, Jeff.
No, not at all. Again, it's been this is typical, again, what I've seen from Springs. Good, clean passes. They know where each other is. They're spread out on the ice, and they just work the puck in here, and they kind of grind you with their offense here, and you're always on the defensive side, so if you can't get off shots, you obviously can't score goals.
And they skate so fast, and they've done that for years and years and years.
Talking again, as they started to come up and be that powerhouse that you're starting to see more and more from Springs, I would say it's turning around like in, I'm just guessing like around 2016 was probably the first year that you started seeing their dominance. Shot saved there by O'Brien as he gobbles that up into the belly.
Ledgers went to state 2018 as a co-op between Campbellsport, Kewaskum, Lamira, North Fondy, Oakfield, and the Ledgers. They lost in the semis.
Yep, I remember that really well because that was the year that we came over here and we lost in overtime. Waupun did. My son was in that, yeah. And Springs then from there has just been rolling. But that was one of the things, again, talking to Coach Ahern at that time, he was really emphasizing the fundamentals. So they were doing plenty of skating. So you see them on their edges. They're fast. And, again, they do not hang on to the puck. And then bringing in Coach John Welsh as well, bringing in his expertise from playing over at Notre Dame. Save there, left out front, trying to get it past. O'Brien can't find it right now. Good scrum out in front. Cleared almost, but held in nicely there by Schramm.
Ledgers tried to get a rebound attempt there, just couldn't find the puck and a stick together to tap it in.
2-1 opportunity here for the Highlanders. Oh, nice defensive play there by Cooper Bilo to step up. No penalty call. I don't think there should have been. It was a good play. So he stepped up there and was able to catch the Highlanders. Shot towards the net. One of the things you do get concerned about a little bit. Nice save there by Rising to make that read. Coming over and reading that play, getting over to his post. You do get concerned because he doesn't typically see a lot of shots in a game, so it's easy for the goalie to kind of fall asleep. And you're trying to engage him as much as you can when he goes to play the puck. That looks like that's going to be an icing on Springs. Here at the 6:50 mark on the clock, 1-0 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. 10 shots to 3 for Springs over the Homestead Highlanders.
91% save percentage by Rising for Springs. O'Brien's got an 88% save percentage.
And what always was impressive to me, and I did not have those numbers, I'm sure you've got them there. If you take a look at the number of shots that they faced in the season, if I remember correctly, I thought Rising had somewhere like around 600 and some 680 shots. It'll talk about where he's listed there in his stats for his goalie in this season. And he only gave up 40 goals in the entire season, which is an incredible amount. So
461, that's what it was.
Yeah, 461 shots. I mean, and then you take a look at how many shots did O'Brien face in this season.
714.
Yeah, so there's that huge dip. I mean, that's 100 shots differential that you're seeing. And again, that just has to talk about the team play of Springs. Picked up there by Caden Blank. Comes back out into the neutral zone. That's Ian Vincent. He tried to dump it down low, but that's going to be picked up there by Ian Zabel. Gets it into the neutral zone. Almost had a turnover there. There's going to be offsides. They got to go back and tag. Didn't see that player from his own team offsides there in the offensive zone. So again, if you're not new to hockey, which I'm assuming that you're not, but offsides when the puck goes into the zone before, the players get in the zone before the puck, that's an offsides.
Cullen King's got it for the Ledgers now. We'll wrap it around behind.
Talon Blank skating with it. Using that simple breakout, dropping behind the net, coming through. Good stick handling. A nice play there by number 4, Jack Wojnowski, to step up and stop that attack. And that's kind of what you don't want to see, and that's why you don't want to see that. You want to see the pass. Turned over there, picked up by number 23, Josh Austin. Tipped, almost that bouncing puck. That's that dirty goal that Coach was talking about as part of the keys to the game.
Djanovich had a good look on the tip back, but couldn't find the home.
Brings it out. Just gets past Schramm. Schramm did a nice job there of holding it in the neutral zone right down here in front of us. Is there a broadcast booth sponsor? I didn't pick that up.
Broadcast booth sponsor tonight, you and I.
Okay.
No. A lot of great sponsors for high school hockey. Capelli Brothers and Dietrich, thank you so much. Along with Muthig Industries, the Michaels Corporation, National Exchange Bank and Trust, Musa Sheet Metal, and Winnebago Lithard Academy, some of our many great sponsors tonight.
Picked up there by number 15, trying to clear it. That's Mark Schimpf, but it's held in there by Springs. Tried to get it back out front was number 15. Oh, take that back. That's number 19, Finn Bilo. Trying to make a move. That's going to be dumped. That's going to be an icing, as that was behind that red line. Got to it first was number 20, Ian Zabel.
Zabel
reverses directions, banks it off the board. Kind of took the wrong angle there as it hit the net, but they still have possession. Had that little chip that they like to do. Coming with it is number 4, Austin Westergaard. Puts it down below the net. Going into forecheck and pick that up as Finn Bilo. Again, what I like watching is you'll see this also, and you can see it on the camera. Nice job there waiting until he got into the zone was Gabe Brown. But they do a good job of back checking. They pick up from behind. Good pass there. Tried it one time. A nice shot there by Colin McMahon, but a better response again by O'Brien. McMahon calling for it and got the pass beautiful, but O'Brien was able to make that read. Once again, right there in that mid slot, picked up 19 was Finn Bilo, and a save there by O'Brien. In the neutral zone, skating with it. Picked off again there by McMahon. Swings it over to his partner, Ian Zabel. Dumped in there by Gabe Braun, going to the bench and making a change. Once again, the other thing that you notice here, Springs again noticing the big ice. They sprint to that bench. And again, with it's only a couple of feet difference, but you take an add 5 feet difference when you're not used to playing that way. That makes a huge difference on your changes. So you let up and you skate to the bench, coast a little bit more. Your guy can't hit the ice.
And Jeff, when you get to the state level, that's going to help them too.
Exactly.
When you get to that large sheet of ice.
Right. Exactly. That's exactly what you see down there in Madison.
Last year they played at Wisconsin Rapids, I believe, the state championship. I remember calling that game against Superior, the Spring Superior Division II hockey finals.
Yeah, I think there was some concerns, obviously, with COVID going in at Dane County, if I remember correctly at the time. And they were able to have it. So I think that's huge that the players got a chance to continue to play on. Schramm now down low from his defensive position, off the post again. I think he was trying to feed on the backside, which is, again, a good thing that their Springs is able to execute most of the time. Picked up there by Cullen King. King has it. Off of his stick, you could hear Coach screaming, move the puck, move the puck. So he does not want to see it on your stick for more than 3 to 4 seconds, unless you've got great hands like Talon Blank skating it from end to end, but he was able to look for the opening. And we got a high stick whistle.
Jim Gahn says go Homestead. Checking in tonight, Peter Bellender says go Ledgers, watching from Vegas.
Hey, yes. Oh, what are the odds here?
hope you're winning.
So thanks for continuing to put that stuff in the chat. We really appreciate that. Again, the kids are going to go back and they're going to look at that. So tell us who your favorite players are. Good work here by Springs again. Talon Blank with it. Drops it. Djanovich. Good pad save there by O'Brien. Skating back out with it was Josh Austin. Gave it over to King. Get it over to Dejanovich, looking into the high slot. Good call was McMahon, but unable to pull it was Dejanovich. He couldn't get rid of it as he was stepped up there. Nice defensive play there by number 4, Jack Wojnowski for the Highlanders from Homestead. Cleared it in the neutral zone, picked up by McMahon. Turns, looks, waiting for his teammates to clear, then dumps it in low, and he goes on the forecheck. And one of the things that people that have followed me before and talking about Waupun, that was one of their concerns this year, was that they just do not follow that forecheck. If you're going to dump it in, you got to get to that puck, otherwise it's just a turnover. And Springs busts it. They get on those skates and quickly. Look at possession right away. They dumped it in down low, picked it up down below the goal line. Dejanovich has it. Back over to Talon Blank. Cross, tried to get it across, but a good defensive play again by Wojnowski, the forward. Comes in on Rising, so it's not going to be an icing. They got to reset and play it. Ian Zabel has it. Dejanovich. Good hounding there by number 6, Rocco Cicerello. Cooper Bilo with it.
Homestead looks a little winded.
Yeah, that's not a surprise to me. And again, they just don't have the lines to run out there, and we've seen all of the offensive pressure. And once Springs gets that puck again, they come right back and dump it right back in here. We're back on the offense. And I was looking at the clock. I believe that was about 10 seconds, maybe 12 seconds that it was down in their zone.
Last time Homestead qualified for state was 2007. They lost in the state semifinals that year, so the last time they've had a really solid go at a possibility for state.
Penalty coming here to the Highlanders. That was number 21. I saw the holding call. 19 seconds left, so the first power play opportunity here for the Springs Ledgers and Coach Welsh. That was another one of the things he talked about in the pregame, is he wanted to see his kids execute. They were 1 for 1, if I remember correctly, against Stoughton on the power play. But previously, I believe the last stat I saw, I think they're at 19% execution on their power play. And you'd really like to see that right around 25%. So the typical numbers are 3/4 and 1/4. So if you can execute 1 out of 4 times on the power play, that's in good shape. So they're still a little bit low as a team, but again, they have really stepped it up on their power plays.
The Highlanders 0 for 5 in their own power plays this past game against Cedarburg.
Yeah, and on the season, I don't have their exact numbers here. You can take a look at that number for them. I believe that they had killed at like 77%, if I remember correctly, on for Homestead. I think as a team that was 77.4% on the penalty kill percentage there.
Yep.
Well, that's going to do it here for the first period. There's still 1:40 left on the power play for the Springs Ledgers. A quick review. First goal was scored by number 23. I didn't have the time on that. I think it was right around
11:27.
Thank you. 11:27 on the clock instead of a lapse time here. That's I like to call that as well, because I don't have a lot of time to do that writing. Number 23, Josh Austin, with the assist by number 20, Ian Zabel, and a secondary to number 10, Dane Dejanovich for the Springs Ledgers, giving them the 1-0 lead here after period 1. Coming up on period 2, which is their most dominant period.
Let's take a break, and we'll come back with more of the intermission show on RadioPlusInfo.com.
Baker Cheese, producing award-winning cheese since 1916. Not only can you find fresh Baker cheese at your local grocer, make the short drive to their in-house country cheese store. Over 100 varieties of other cheeses from the best cheesemakers in Wisconsin. Take Highway 23, go south on G 3 miles, and follow the freshness. Visit BakerCheese.com. Baker Cheese, a Wisconsin cheese heritage since 1916.
Are you unsure of what career path you want to take? Musa Sheet Metal is looking for motivated individuals to join their highly regarded apprenticeship program. Throughout the program, you'll learn the skills to be able to run your own job site. A career at Musa Sheet Metal is a chance to join a driven team working together to design and build products to help build communities. Learn more at musasheetmetal.com. That's musasheetmetal.com.
Build products that build communities. Apply at musasheetmetal.com. Doyle Kelly Dental, the name this area is trusted to bring smiles for over 50 years. Dr. Kathy Doyle and Dr. Aaron Cole continue this exceptional care with staff who go the extra mile to make sure you're comfortable throughout your entire appointment.
Hello, this is Dr. Erin Cole. I'm excited to be working in my hometown alongside Dr. Kathy and the team at Doyle Kelly Dental. I will continue making your smile my first priority. I'm in the office 5 days a week and serving you until 7 p.m. on Mondays. I'm accepting patients now at FondulacsMiles.com.
Hey guys, I just had to tell you about the new credit cards my friends and I got from Fond du Lac Credit Union. Julie is building her credit, so she got the secured card. Mike was looking for a low rate, no annual fee card, so he went for the classic card. And you know me, I love adventure. So I went for the You Choose Rewards card. Every dollar I spend gives me points I can redeem for merchandise, travel, gift cards, and more. Fond du Lac Credit Union has a low rate credit card for every lifestyle. Which one's right for you?
Condex Corporation in Lamira is a proud manufacturer of cutting parts for the agriculture and lawn and turf industry. Condex is currently looking to add to their second and third shifts in various roles: assembler, machine operator, and CNC operator. See for yourself what it's like to work in a company that's focused on innovation and continuous improvement. Condex offers a great work environment, including a climate-controlled manufacturing facility. Condex Corporation, 1500 Technology Drive in Lamira. Apply online today at Condex.com.
Winnebago, Winnebago. Winnebago Lutheran Academy is different than most high schools.
We have a wide variety of activities to get involved throughout WLA.
The teachers are always willing to help and want us to succeed.
The atmosphere at school makes you feel safe and welcome.
Tuition may seem expensive, but we are part of the Wisconsin Parental Choice Program.
The most important aspect of WLA is the Christian education that is offered.
Come join our family. Visit us at WLAVikings.org.
Living it for 4 years, loving it forever.
It is a great time to sell. To see interest rates as affordable as they are, home values are still on the rise, but consistent. And if you thought your house wasn't worth listing for sale, I think you need to think twice about it and get a consultation from one of our agents. We do have a free service where we come out and we take a look at your house and we tell you what we think it would sell for. Knowing what your house is worth is very important, but knowing what your goals are even more important. And we would like to sit down and talk more about your story, about why you're selling, and then finding out what we think it should sell for.
It's a slow time for air conditioners, but it's a busy time for furnaces. Hi, this is Sarah and Danny from AirTech Heating.
We want to share a few tips from our technicians to keep your furnace running smoothly this season.
Be sure to change your furnace filter to maintain proper airflow. Not sure how frequently or what filter is best? We can help.
Take good care of your furnace. Contact us for annual preventative maintenance.
And make sure your outdoor vent pipes are clear of snow, leaves, or debris. As always, if you've got questions, our team is here to help.
For whatever it takes, 24/7 service, call our team at AirTech Heating at 924-6742.
Apply now to qualify for the SABRE Award, a $500 per year scholarship at Marian University. Be admitted by January 1st and receive a $2,000 scholarship towards your degree. The SABRE Award is granted in addition to other scholarships, awards, and discounts. 100% of Marian University students receive financial assistance. College is affordable. Apply now at marianuniversity.edu/apply.
Are you ready? Let's hit play. Remember being spontaneous? Let's do that. Get-togethers are back. Let's have lots of those. Still working in your PJs? No judgments here. Let's live for every moment. Let's embrace our health and wellness. And together, let's live well. Advocate Aurora Health.
Hey, I'm Jeff Cornelli. I'm the owner of Tavern on the Avenue, Bob's on the Avenue, Just Love Coffee on the Avenue. Just Love Coffee is a franchise out of Nashville, Tennessee. We actually interviewed 30 different people, and these people are above and beyond better than anybody else. 90% of the money that is made in the coffee shop is donated to charities. There's nothing in Fond du Lac like this business. It's very upscale, it's family oriented. We got kids games, the kids can play their games, the families can come here at birthday parties and have coffee at the same time.
Dr.
Welcome back here to the Fond du Lac Blue Line as we're here in this first intermission. Quick update where we're at here. Score on the Quest Interior scoreboard at the 5:33 mark, elapsed time. Scoring for St. Mary Springs Ledgers, number 23, Josh Austin, assisted by number 20, Ian Zabel, and number 10, Dane Dianovich. So Dianovich continuing to be there, right there in the top with his scoring, and I believe Austin is in that same situation, if I remember correctly.
Austin's 18th goal, Jeff, of the season.
So, I mean, that's incredible to get yourself into double digits, and he's almost into 20
44
goals.
points coming into tonight.
Yeah, and it's phenomenal. And again, I think if I remember correctly, Josh had 2 goals over at Stoughton as well, so continuing with that hot hand. Sitting right now, you can see that there's 1 minute and 40 seconds left up on penalty time, as well as at the 16:41 mark, number 21 for Homestead Highlanders, Jackson Lord, took a holding penalty, so Springs is going to come out here, not only in their most dominant period, they're going to come out here also on the power play.
13-4 shots on goal in favor of Springs. We knew that was probably going to be the case here, as you can, got to put the 2 and 2 together. A lot of pressure in that zone. A lot of shots on goal for the Ledgers against the Homestead goalie, against O'Brien in the zone. And we see that score reflect that. But Ledgers want to continue the pressure on, and they've outscored their opponents a lot here in this second period. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm excited about seeing here the St. Mary Springs coming out in that second period, see how dominant they can be. Got about 4 minutes left before we'll come back. And we'll hear from our sponsors until then.
This is our Holiday Automotive Highlight Intermission Show presented by Holiday Automotive. Worth the trip. Highways 23 and 41 Fond du Lac. Visit Holiday Automotive today.
Nick Rush and Jeff Sauer here on the call on RadioPlusInfo.com. Again, get out there on that chat. We're looking for a couple of those fans out there to put some stuff in that YouTube chat, and we'll answer and respond back. So please, the kids love to see that information of where you're watching from. We'll be back here in about 3 minutes.
Hour of Bauer Chiropractic for progressive and traditional chiropractic care. If you're in pain, Bauer Chiropractic offers unique ways to provide relief for many types of pain and conditions. New to this area is MLS Class 4 cold laser therapy, which can be very effective with treating many nagging injuries such as plantar fasciitis, tennis elbow, shoulder pain, knee pain, and many others. Pain relief and prevention are 2 reasons to see Dr. Shane Bauer at 355 North Peters Avenue, Fond du Lac, or log on BauerChiroFDL.com.
One of the neatest projects and programs that we have that I truly believe in is our 5 Cents for the Future program. Every time a customer swipes their Bristol Morgan Bank debit card, we donate 5 cents to our scholarship fund, which is administered by the Fond du Lac Area Foundation. And we provide scholarships for local students that are going to 2-year, 4-year school. We're there for up to a 4-year renewable scholarship.
Bristol Morgan Bank. Locations in Oakfield, Fond du Lac, Brandon, and Van Dyne. Log on bristolmorganbank.com.
Mishaps like accidents, auto glass chips, and breakage happen. So it's good to know that the new state-of-the-art Holiday Collision and Glass Center is here for you to fix it right and deliver excellent customer care. Count on Team Holiday for expert collision and paintwork, mobile auto glass fixes and replacement, paintless dent repair, and much more. Plus conveniences like drive-through reception and estimating bays. Holiday's Collision and Glass Center, now open on Industrial Drive in Fond du Lac. It's worth the trip.
Capelli Brothers and Dietrich is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Capelli Brothers and Dietrich, founded in 1948, they provide the highest quality of workmanship to all of their clients at very competitive prices. They've completed numerous construction projects, including manufacturing plants, commercial establishments, churches, healthcare facilities, schools, and many various types of remodeling projects. Log on to CapelliDietrich.com. Capelli Brothers and Dietrich, a proud sponsor of high school sports.
Welcome back here to the Fond du Lac Blue Line as we get ready here for the second period between the Homestead Highlanders and Fond du Lac Springs Ledgers. 50 seconds winding down on the Quest Interior scoreboard. You can see up there on the scoreboard, 1-0 for the home team, and that is the Fond du Lac Springs Ledgers. That was scored at the 5:33 mark, number 23, Josh Austin, with an assist to number 20. Ian Zabel, and number 10, Dane Dianovich. And one of the things you see when you watch St. Mary Springs is they're going to get that secondary assistance because they just move the puck so well here that you're just expecting it to happen every time out there. So Sam Lococo wants to know what the score is. You can see up there up in the upper right-hand corner, hopefully, if you're looking at it. If you're just listening, the score is 1-0. If my scoreboard's a little bit too small for you to see, put that in the chat. I'll see if I can make it just a little bigger. I don't like to miss stuff that's happening in that corner over there. So still working on coming up with a way to get an overlay into here by the software that I'm using. I actually went out to the company and said, an overlay would be great. So we'll see what happens. 13-4, the shots. St. Mary Springs again dominating on that offensive zone, and that's what you would love to see when you're a coach. What happened here? How did I lose you? Oh, how about if I turn on number 1, huh?
All right.
There we go. Sorry about that, Nick.
That's all right. Superior leads the WIAA with most state championships, a team that Springs beat last year at state. They've won 13 overall championships. Madison Memorial with 8. Hudson, they have 5. Madison East next on the list with 4. The Ledgers, of course, they are the only programs, along with Hudson, Madison Memorial, and Superior, Jeff, that's gone back-to-back. And the Ledgers did it 2000 and 2021. First year it's in Division II when they expanded that format.
Yeah, I was hoping a long time ago that they would do this because, again, let's just think about this. Now, yes, Springs was able to drop their co-ops. Before that, they needed to have some of those players. But how does a team like Waupun compete against a Notre Dame or something like that in the state tournament? So it was fantastic that they were able to get to those 2 divisions here. Now Springs was able to also drop their co-op, which meant that some of their players that they may have been picking up had to go to other programs, which is fantastic. It grows the game, getting some more teams out there, and that's exactly what the whole goal is from the WIAA. I remember when I was serving on the sports advisory group, and that's one of the things I kept pushing for was to make sure we had opportunities for schools to go. The other thing that we haven't talked a lot about is St. Mary Springs has all kinds of wins at the WISA level. In hockey, and I don't know where to find that, but I know I was talking to some of the fans before we went to the combining WISA, which was the independent schools, and the WIA before they combined together. Springs was almost a regular that was always there at the state tournament, at least into the semifinals.
Same with football.
Yeah,
multiple championships in the football realm of things with the private school league before that dissolved in 2000.
Good shot there again by Talon Blank, running the point here on the power play. Down to 35 seconds left on that Quest Interior scoreboard. Swings it over here to Austin. Blocked. Nice play there by number 20. Trying to pick up 22, that is, for Homestead. That's going to be Oliver Malecki. Shot into the belly, still standing up and getting the save for the Homestead Highlanders.
Another shot on goal, Jeff. 24 seconds left in the power play. Ledgers have had their opportunities here, putting some pressure yet on the goalie on this Homestead zone, but haven't been able to get a power play goal in.
Yeah, and again, as we were talking with 20% is a little bit low, and they're just getting themselves up to 20%. They were down to 10%. And it surprised me to see those numbers because they move the puck so well. You would think that they'd be able to execute that with precision to put a goal in anytime they wanted, especially when they had the man advantage. So right there's an execution error that you see there, and it's hard to do. I mean, don't get me wrong here. If was never fortunate enough to play the game, but just think about standing on that little metal blade and then trying to catch this vulcanized rubber thing coming flying at you off of the stick, and you never know what the bounce it's going to take. So
power plays over, even strength now. Substitutions, line change for Homestead.
Looking at the scoreboard of what I believe that they said there is they only got 1 shot off on that power play opportunity into O'Brien. So it was 13-4 at the end of the first, so 1 shot on the power play for Springs. Here in that second period with a 1-0 lead, and this is their normal chance where they expand that lead here over their opponents. Picking it up there is Josh Austin again. Changes directions. Dane Dianovich from this back behind the goal line. They love to set that up. Chipped into the net, or into the bench over there. Coach John Welsh I think he was jumping, but I couldn't tell when you look over at the other side. John is a little bit shorter than most of the other coaches. But one of the fans picked it up there, threw the vulcanized rubber puck right back into
Take one for the team.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
In at center for Springs is going to be number 7, Isaac Highland. Back over to Schramm. This is the starting lineup. Gave it over to Isaac Zabel. Picked up there by Homestead. That's number 6, Rocco Cicerello.
Highland to rip that one down. Cicerello, one of the leading point getters for Homestead as well. Stop a play here. They'll reset. Substitutions for the Ledgers.
Looks like an icing call. I had my head down looking at the roster. I think it's an icing call here at the 14:44 mark.
Ledgers lost to Brookfield earlier. Nina Hortonville Menasha 7-5 back in January. Lost to Eau Claire Memorial on the road and lost to Arrowhead. Those are their 4 losses.
All teams that were highly ranked at one time in the WIS Prep. And take a look at some other rankings systems, and you'll see that they go down a little bit further. Those were top 10 teams in Division 1.
Yep. And Wanakee also lost for the Ledgers. Ledgers like to play up, like to prepare themselves for playoff hockey.
Yep. Wanakee's still alive when I looked at that. And obviously Fond du Lac is still alive. Nina is number 2 seed in their sectional.
And they won last night.
Yep. So they're moving on. Offsides there. Happens occasionally when you're stick handling near that blue line. So again, that's part of the reason why you want to move it as well. Just kept it on his stick a little bit too long was Austin Westergaard. Just sneaking in the zone was Jonathan Korb.
Ledgers Ledgers win tonight. They take on the winner of McFarland and Oregon. That game would be Saturday afternoon right here at the blue line for the sectional championship.
They have a time already set for that?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. I love this time of year when we start to get down to the tournaments for all of the sports here. I just think that it's amazing. I know it puts a lot of stress on the broadcast stations to try and make sure that they've got enough coverage, but you've done a fantastic job with that as well, trying to get that information out. So let's hope our teams stay alive here.
Yeah, in it for the long haul with the hockey and the girls regionals. They pick up again tonight. Ladies rescheduled from last night to tonight. A lot of area teams in action.
Nice move there by Dianovich. Getting around the defense, walking in. Score by Dianovich. Past O'Brien. Walked that one in all the way from the blue line. I believe that was Rising who might get the assist here as he moved it all the way from goal. Dianovich picked it up, went into the center of the ice and was able to walk it all the way in. And that time he was able to catch the defense on their heels and went right past him. So we'll see if that is the case here at the 5:26 mark in the second period. Pretty close to the last time they scored. See who gets that assist,
22 goals on the season for him. He had a playoff goal in there, 23.
And if I remember again, I'll have to take a look at it. Maybe you can take a look at it. I believe that he had 4 assists or 5 assists in that playoff game. Right back in front again, and his defenseman knocked it in. Let's see if they're going to call it because it's in the back of the net. And it is. It looks like they're going to talk about it. He didn't see it, and they're calling the goal for number 23 before we even get the call. And they normally go in order, so I do like the fact that they did that. So if there's an assist, it's going to go to number 2 on that last goal here at the 5:42 mark. Springs putting in their 3rd goal. Mistake by, too many out there, so they're going to toss the center. Mistake there by the Highlanders, who were brought him playing out in front of the net, and it was picked up there. Yeah, called that assist. Rising likes to play it up. Save there by Rising.
Dianovich.
And McMahon on the secondary for that 3rd goal. So Austin with his 2nd goal of the night. Dianovich with 3 points, a goal and 2 assists already for Springs. And just as we were talking about before, Nick, second period, You got that long change coming on the defense, not used to the extra length of the ice, and this has been Springs' dominant period, and they have just taken control by putting 2 goals in here less than 20 seconds apart.
Yeah, the Ledgers getting it done here and out shooting their opponents by a wide margin in the second period. And all these goals, Jeff, are coming at full strength against Homestead as well. No power play goals yet.
Yeah, and again, as we were mentioning, their power play is not very good. If there's some place that the Springs Ledgers could improve upon, that's where it is. Or you just don't get penalties, or the other team doesn't get penalties, but you have no control over that. Flipped into the neutral zone. Good forecheck pressure there by number 9. It's going to come back, and Caden Blank was in there, but it was touched by the Highlanders who were offside, so we'll have a face-off. I believe since I was behind the red line, it'll come out to the center dot for that face-off. Springs has only put 2 more shots on since that power play goal, and both of those shots went in.
16-4 shot advantage for the Ledgers.
It's number 17 in there for the Highlanders. That was Ty Deemer taking the face-off. Moving it out there, wearing the C has Ian Zabel. Dane Dianovich takes the check, but able to stay on his feet. Had a chance there. There was that little tic-tac-toe passing that I like to call it as they move it down from below that goal line. Quick touches and then try to put it in and try to get that chip. Unable to get it quite on the stick and execute. It was Austin.
McMahon had a look at it too on that go around. Couldn't find the back of the net. Couldn't find a shot.
That's going to be no icing as it goes underneath the stick. They're claiming that the player should have been able to play it, so Zabel should have been able to grab it. But this gives them a chance to work, and here's where I like to watch St. Mary Springs Ledgers work as they break it out quickly, get it on the stick, get it into the zone, and see what they can look for to see if somebody's going to crash to the net. And a nice defensive play there again by number 4, Jack Wojnowski.
Dianovich was coming down the ice looking for McMahon. Couldn't find him, though. Now Austin will take it for the Ledgers and maintain the zone.
Top of the circles, cross ice. Oh, good save there by O'Brien, and Dianovich had a perfect shot. A better save by O'Brien. There they were working it again, had it. And they're going to say that it came out of the zone and blow the whistle. Ooh, not sure about that, but I'm not on the ice, and we've got the angle of the camera here, and I'm glad I'm not on the ice, and so are you.
Dianovich had a bullet there, Jeff.
He
wow.
did. It was a beautiful pass. One-timed it beautiful. O'Brien just made the read as that pass came a little bit high, gave him a little bit more time to react. He gives that point thing down where he's down below the dot, and he probably doesn't get there in time. Dump back in, going to pick it up is number 22, Oliver Malecki. Trying to get us leaker out here is number 6, was trying to break that Cicerillo, but again, the pressure by Springs doesn't allow a lot of those breakaway opportunities as well, as they're great on their skates so they can read that and react. Held in there by Austin Westergaard. Coming in on that forecheck was Gabe Brown. And getting possession was the Highlanders. They chip it, try to get it into the zone. Started at about 10:30, so let's see how long it stays in there. It doesn't. It's right back out. 5 seconds in the offensive zone before they're resetting.
West Interior scoreboard, 3-0 Ledgers. This WIAA Division II, we'll call it sectional semifinal game.
That's what I'm assuming it would be, because that's the way it used to be. Is it used to be you had it was the regional finals real quick in hockey. Again, that was in one division, but then they had the sectional semis and then the sectionals, and on to the state tournament where St. Mary Springs Ledgers are looking to get there for a three-peat. Number 7 for the Highlanders, Michael Birmingham. In at center with some forecheck pressure. Comes with a center ice breakout this time for the Ledgers. They do all kinds of different breakouts. That's the other thing that makes it a challenge. Ooh, I thought Rising was going to get to that, the junior goalie. Talked about this also several times, but both of these goalies, it's unusual to see this. These are both considered right goalies. Hayden Rising, I saw him as a youth working. He worked with the Waupun Youth Hockey Association. Coming with it is Dianovich, gets it in, dropped. Nice drop there as he gave it over to Isaac Highland, tried to get it back in front for the tip. Good work there.
Coming, Jeff.
And the penalty is going to be called. I'm assuming it's going to be on Highlanders. It is, number 21. Second penalty for number 21. I didn't see what the call was, so we'll see if what they're going to make on that call. Here at the 7:24 mark. in the second period. Power play opportunity. So the refs are meeting there to see what they're going to call. So they're checking in with each other. I think that's always a good thing when your referees are meeting together to make the call. I don't know if they're trying to see if that's going to be a major. I didn't see anything flagrant out there, but again, I was head is down sometimes when I'm looking at the roster.
Yeah, Dianovich went down hard.
So we'll see what the call is. Elbowing is the call. I believe I saw him mouth 2 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes, I believe, is on the elbowing call. So I think that was the conversation about what it was going to be. And here's an opportunity for Springs now. Again, looking at their percentages. Nobody would ever say this, but this is where you want, if you're the visiting team, you want Springs on the power play because they're not executing at 20%. Not even, 19%. Now, I take that back. Stoughton, they were 1 for 1, but tonight they're 0 for 1. And that's what I just don't, it just amazes me. Look at the puck movement here by Springs. Just moving it around, getting it back up, running that umbrella power play on the backside, looking Austin right into the slot. Tipped just off of the stick of Schramm.
Defense was shifted over, Jeff. You thought you had an opening right there, but couldn't find it.
Right. Shot just wide again of the net was Austin. Josh Austin for Springs going to pick it up as Talon Blank. He's going to set it in their defensive zone. Coming back here, they're all going to reset, try to get in the zone. He's going to dump and chase, and he gets there first. Now that's a great forecheck as he's the first one to get there, but a better defensive play there by Malecki for Highlanders, and it comes out into the neutral zone. Dane Dianovich is going to reset, keeping their power play out there and working. Quick pass over to Josh Austin. He drops it to Dianovich. Tried to get it into the center, and it's into the stick. And here's a chance for the Highlanders coming back 2-2 into this top of the circle. Reading it all the way was Rising, and he's going to get the save on the shorthanded attempt. With 54 seconds left here on the power play. 8:31 left here on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. 3-0 here, and that's almost the halfway mark of the second period for Springs.
Shot on the shorty, but couldn't get that one to connect. 17-5 shots on goal in favor of the Ledgers here, and now the faceoff in the Springs zone.
Comes back out. That was won by Highlanders, but it's going to squirt all the way down into their defensive zone. And one shot on net, if I remember correctly here. I can't exactly say for sure if I was looking at those numbers.
35 seconds left in the power play.
I see it. We got some people in there on that chat. Oh, quickly out front again. Unable to execute was McMahon. That's going to be dumped. Good to see people in there talking to us on YouTube. Really appreciate it. We'll get to those here shortly as play is going on through the neutral zone. Talon Blank with it. 10 seconds left here on the power play for Springs. Tried to get into the center again, and it's turned over. That stick is in the active stick. Trying to get there first is number 15, Mark Schimpf. He does get there. Coming after it, Springs trying to get possession, and a penalty is killed off. 0 for 2 on the power play are the Ledgers.
Good job. Credit Homestead for not letting one go by.
Springs had one good opportunity there in that low slot, and they were unable to execute. But now this is exactly what Springs wants. They want to be even strength. They seem to do better. O'Brien gets on top of that puck, again coming after it. Kind of gave a little bit of a glance to the Springs player who came in, and he thought maybe slashed him on top of the glove.
Substitution now for the Ledgers as Cooper Bilo comes in, and Ian Sabel will take a seat.
On the defensive pair with Carter Schramm. Nope. Connor Schramm. The three brothers.
Yep.
Made sure I gave them all credit. I'm sure that they all have a part in how well Connor plays. Connor with it, skating with speed, gets it into the zone. Quickly, looks, gets a pass over to the backside. They get it right back into the high slot, but nobody there to execute. Belo's going to pick it up. Good hard pressure there by the Highlanders. In the neutral zone, taken there by number 19, Finn Bilo. Gets underneath the stick over there of Connor Schramm. Oh, blowing the tires. Bilo. Chance here for the Highlanders. Got it right out front into the slot. Turn fire. Save there as Rising was all on top of that as he came out to the top of the key and really took care of it in his crease. No room there as he was way out at the top of the paint. Exactly what you want to do to shut down any angles as a goalie in hockey. Going to pick it up. It's going to be number 3, Gabe Brown. In the corner, has it. Watching again, Springs. They do a nice job on the defense as their defense likes to crash that slot. And they cover each other well as the center comes back into play and protects on that defensive side. Still dumped in low. Dianovich chipping it over to Josh Austin. Dianovich trying to get to it. Has it. Stays with it at the blue line. Goes right back over to Austin. He shot wide of the net.
Good look at it, though.
Had a chance there as it looked like O'Brien was looking all the way on the cross-ice pass. Picked up there by McMahon. McMahon drops it down low to Dianovich. Back all the way out to his defense. That's number 16 taking the shot, Cullen King. King going after it with a little bit of forecheck pressure and dumps it right back into the neutral zone. That forces the Highlanders to get back on side. Josh Austin has it, chipped it. Nice job and a follow there by Talon Blank. Battling down in the corner. Picked up, banged off of the wall. Penalty here coming. Slash is going to be the call on Talon Blank for the first penalty for Springs. Here at the 11:50 mark here in the second period.
Ledger's no infractions against Stoughton last week Thursday. First one here tonight, which puts Homestead in the power play, and that's a 2-minute minor.
And again, if I remember looking at their stats, I believe that they kill like at 88%, which is absolutely phenomenal for the Ledgers to kill off power plays at that type of clips. I believe it was 88% in the regular season, and as you mentioned, it was 100. They didn't even have any power penalties given, so they didn't even execute their power or penalty kill against Stoughton. See what happens here in this slot, cleared into the neutral zone. It's going to be picked up there by wearing the C is Jack Wojnowski, trying to get it back in. Springs just swarms to the puck. It just doesn't give you a chance to set up. I mean, there's just players and active sticks all over the place here on their penalty kill. And one of the things I believe strongly in, good play there by Caden Blank, high school teams cannot handle pressure. And I would tell you, even watching some of the junior hockey that my son was playing, they cannot handle pressure on that puck. It's just too hard to get it set up. Yeah, they're looking to find their teammates, and they can't find it. So one of the things, again, look at, you don't never teach go down below the net when you're on the penalty kill, but there it was. Save.
They're going to call that one in?
Nope, off the side of the net. So the fans over there were hoping that they could convince them. So I don't even know if that'll be a shot. We'll see if that's going to be a shot or not. But when you have somebody in net like Hayden Rising, you can battle out there and you can make some of those things that you would not teach your defense to go down below the goal line and chase the puck. But by putting pressure on the point person down below the net trying to run that power play, they just cannot execute. Again, I've seen it at juniors level all over the place, and even at the college level, you see a pressure on the puck. Teams think that they have time to react, and they just don't with that pressure. Look at it right on the forecheck again. Comes back, Springs as the first player down. There's Josh Austin, causing them all kinds of trying. I got to get this set up. Now coming in is going to be Dianovich. He's going to put the pressure on, and you can see again they just cannot get it out of the zone, and it's killing time.
Right.
They get into the neutral zone. You get that active stick there by Austin to knock it off. They're going to drop it in, and who gets there first? This time it does look like the Highlanders as it rolls around the boards.
But the Ledgers are going to swarm right to it.
Exactly. Going to put that pressure right on. Don't give them time. Active sticks in the zone. Look at that stick reach there by number 16, Cullen King, trying to get something to work. Pressure, out to the high slot. That's going to go off of a stick up into the netting, and they're going to get a whistle here. And there's only 10 seconds left on the power play.
Line change here for Homestead.
Makes sense. They're going to get their power play off of the ice and see if they can get their offense set back up, because with only 10 seconds, a chance that you're going to get a decent look at a power play. I think this is the first time I've seen Jonathan Korb out there on the ice. This is that smaller line with Austin Westergaard. But no, I take that back. They've been out there, but really noticed it this time when I saw it up against the Highlanders, the size differential. Talon Blank tried to play it as he was getting to the bench. Didn't quite get there as fast as usual. Good play there by Rising to clear it. Got it over to Korb. Drop back below. Schramm has it. Comes back into the neutral zone. Skating with it is number 4, Austin Westergaard. Dropped it over to Korb. Holding it in the zone. A nice play there by Gabe Brown.
Homestead's got to feel decent about the second period. Things are not getting out of hand. For the most part, they had that rough 30-second stretch, Jeff, but they've gone to the power play.
Nice shot there. 3. That's going to go to the 4 is going to score. Just as you were talking about it, you're right. But that's what Springs does to you. They just continue to swarm and attack, and that was a great backhand shot there by number 4, Austin Westergaard, continuing to have the hot hand as he had at the regionals over against Stoughton. And I believe the assist is going to go to Gabe Brown, and we'll see if there's going to be a secondary that's going to be given at the 14:32 mark for the Springs Ledgers. We'll see what the announcer says. We need their help here. That's going to be an easy save there for Rising as the puck trickles in on net. Skating back with it. Now I'm gonna say this, and this is gonna be that goalie dad. You're gonna say, and number 20, Ian Zabel, is gonna get the secondary assist. So as I was mentioning there, they did give it, so that was good to see. That normally that one that comes trickling in on the net. Some of the people down in the boxes don't like to give that as a save, but the rule for saves, and most people don't know that, if the goalie is out of the net, will it go in the net? That doesn't matter where it's shot from. It can be shot from behind the other goalie's net. If the goalie is not there, will it go in the net? If it's stopped,
then
it's
a save. Yeah.
There's a glove save there. Right, exactly. And I've talked about this a lot with Waupun. One of the issues that I had with them is they just skate inside the blue line. It's an easy save from this far out. Halfway, it's 200 by 85, so halfway typically on an ice rink is 100 feet. So you're just dividing that. It's not quite into thirds, but you're taking that, 65-foot shot. That's an easy save for most goalies.
Right.
You're going to get
make
those,
that extra pass, Jeff, right?
Exactly. You get that fluttering puck maybe. You get a bounce. You take a wicked bounce off of it. Try and do a little bit of elevate it a little bit. And then you never know. So again, talking to Coach John Welsh, he'll take those. They're called dirty goals, obviously, but you'll take those any way you can get them. But they haven't tonight. They have executed perfectly, just like this pass again. Saved by O'Brien. Nice read once again for Homestead's goalie. But it was beautiful work by the Springs Ledgers, as you can see on that instant replay. Good passing, moving it all the way across. They picked that up, and they're able to move it into a scoring zone. But O'Brien was able to read that just as it fluttered a little bit there and was unable to get it settled down to pull the trigger right away on that one-timer as we saw Dianovich pull before. Coming back, Dianovich there, into the chest, out front. Save again as it was hammered right back into it as Josh Austin was in the right spot. Coming on the pressure. Good stick there by O'Brien, but it's going to be settled down by McMahon. He's going to drop it over to Talon Blank. He's going to come into the slot just wide of the net, and crashing there was McMahon to try and get the tip, just missing. The Ledgers are swarming the net right now, Nick.
They're just like bees out there. McMahon missed one. He had a solid look at it. The Ledgers maintain the pressure in this Homestead zone. They've been here for a good chunk of the game tonight.
Yeah, I would say that I'm just guessing percentage-wise here, but you've got to be about 90% of this game has been played here in this offensive zone. There's an icing call, so with 17 seconds left here on the Quest Interiors scoreboard, 4-0, as that last goal went to number 4, Austin Westergaard, with an assist to number 3, Gabe Brown, and the secondary to Ian Zabel in the second period. So once again, the Springs Ledgers dominant, scoring 3 goals here in the second period, continuing their dominance over their opponents in the second period. You're getting that long change, and because of the speed of the Ledgers and playing here on that long ice, or that extra wide, good save there. Typically it's 85, I believe. I remember talking about it here. I believe that's 95 feet across here for the college here. 200 by 85 is the standard. rink size. But there is actually nothing that says that it can't be bigger. Nothing that says it can't be smaller, which I really find to be strange. You'd never find a basketball court different sizes, or a baseball diamond. You can run 90 feet or 92 feet. That would never happen in baseball. But in hockey, rinks are all different sizes depending upon whatever area they had to work into. That'll do it here for the second period. It's the St. Mary Springs Ledgers with a 4-0 lead here, continuing their dominance in the shutout factory. Now, most people would say, don't be mentioning that stuff. Hey, I'm a goalie dad. I'm as superstitious as any of them. But when your goalie is playing super well, your defense is playing super well, you got to give that credit out there to make sure that they've still got that 0 up on the board. Only 9 shots on goal so far in this entire contest. It was nice to see. I wish I had my camera over there, Hayden Rising, giving a little chest bump as he's the last player coming off of the ice with his defensive players. And 24 shots on goal for St. Mary Springs Ledgers. Quick recap here of the scoring here in that second period. The 5:26 mark, number 10, Dane Dianovich, scoring with an assist to that goalie, number 30, Hayden Rising. That's really unusual to see, except Rising plays such an aggressive goalie. I love watching him. And I will tell you, that's one of the things that we always teach over in Waupun is you get that puck, you look to see if you can move it up. And his training, again, started as a youth over there, and he was phenomenal over there.
And Tyler Fromholtz does well in Waupun, too, at that position.
Right, and that's part of the reason why Hayden decided that he had looked at Springs, because it was going to be between him and Hayden over in Waupun. And Tyler, with that extra year of being a senior this year, would have meant that Hayden probably would have been sitting on the bench and splitting time. And you can't take 2 of the top 5 goalies in the state and have them splitting time. So it makes a lot of sense, and it's been fantastic for both teams, actually, even though Waupun hasn't done an amazing job. Tyler Fromholtz, by far, has seen the most shots, I would tell you, in the state of Wisconsin, and he still has an incredible save percentage. I believe he was around 931, and we were talking about Rising is at 911. So that's amazing. So sorry about the sidetrack there at the 5:42 mark, so less than 20 seconds later. Number 23, Josh Austin, scores with an assist by Dane Dianovich, and a secondary going to Colin McMahon. So that was the 3rd point there for Dianovich. He's got 2 assists and a goal. And then at the 14:32 mark, all of these are even strength. 2 power plays were there for Springs that they were unable to execute. That 4th goal, even strength at the 14:32 mark. Number 4, Austin Westergaard, with an assist to number 3, Gabe Braun, and the secondary to Ian Zabel.
This is your Holiday Automotive Highlights Intermission Show presented by Holiday Automotive. Worth the trip. Ledgers on top 4-0 in this WIAA Sectional Semifinal Division II hockey matchup. Back with more at the Fond du Lac Blue Line next on RadioPlusInfo.com.
Come and grow with Burke. We are a company on the move and are looking for great people that want to grow with us. Hi, I'm Mike Phelan, President and CEO at Burke, a local company that creates quality and innovative playground equipment. Our team maintains a culture of enthusiasm, innovation, and customer service. We are currently looking for full-time first and third shift manufacturing employees. Burke offers a competitive wage and benefits package, on-the-job training, and a signing bonus. Learn more about our open positions at bciburke.com. That's bciburke.com.
Anders Auto Parts is the place to go for quality auto parts and paint. Anders has been serving the Fond du Lac area with automotive parts and paints since 1956. Anders features PPG automotive and industrial paints, quality auto parts, along with an experienced, knowledgeable staff to serve you. Anders is located at 16 West Sibley Street, just off North Main Street behind the American Family Office. Call those who know. Call Anders Auto Parts at 920-922-3390.
Muthig Industries in Fond du Lac would like to wish your local high school sports teams best of luck in the playoffs. Muthig Industries is one of the area's top full-service manufacturers of precision metal stampings, laser cutting, production machining, and turning, tool and die manufacturing, and custom metal fabrication products. Muthig Industries is a third-generation family-owned company since 1965. Muthig Industries is now hiring for brake press operators, CNC machinists, and general laborer positions. To apply, visit MuthigIndustries.com. Muthig Industries, 33 East Larson Drive, Fond du Lac.
Since 1933, you've come to trust Spies Painting for painting, sandblasting, and equipment restoration. Spies Painting does industrial, commercial, and residential. Not just painting, but wall covering, power washing, specialty coating, sandblasting, parts painting, and more. Highway 151 Fond du Lac. Good luck to the Cardinals and Warbirds in your games this week from the team at Spies Painting. Log on spiespainting.com.
Are you looking for an exciting career change? Join the team at Michaels Corporation. Michaels is currently hiring for multiple shop positions in the Brownsville location.
Heavy-duty truck mechanic, light truck mechanic, trailer mechanic, agricultural mechanic, and shop assistant.
Members of the Michaels team enjoy competitive wages and generous benefits, as well as in-house programs that promote continuous education and career advancement. Collaborate with like minds, connect with your community, construct your future. Apply at michaelscareers.us.
Wisconsin. Take Highway 23, go south on G 3 miles, and follow the freshness. Visit BakerCheese.com. Baker Cheese, a Wisconsin cheese heritage since 1916.
Are you unsure of what career path you want to take? Musa Sheet Metal is looking for motivated individuals to join their highly regarded apprenticeship program. Throughout the program, you'll learn the skills to be able to run your own job site. A career at Musa Sheet Metal is a chance to join a driven team working together to design and build products to help build communities. Learn more at musasheetmetal.com. That's musasheetmetal.com.
Build products that build communities. Apply at musasheetmetal.com. Doyle Kelly Dental. The name this area is trusted to bring smiles for over 50 years. Dr. Kathy Doyle and Dr. Aaron Cole continue this exceptional care with staff who go the extra mile to make sure you're comfortable throughout your entire appointment.
Hello, this is Dr. Aaron Cole. I'm excited to be working in my hometown alongside Dr. Kathy and the team at Doyle Kelly Dental. I will continue making your smile my first priority. I'm in the office 5 days a week and serving you until 7 p.m. on Mondays. I'm accepting patients now at Fondulacsmiles.com.
Hey guys, I just had to tell you about the new credit cards my friends and I got from Fond du Lac Credit Union. Julie is building her credit, so she got the secured card. Mike was looking for a low rate, no annual fee card, so he went for the classic card. And you know me, I love adventure. So I went for the You Choose Rewards card. Every dollar I spend gives me points I can redeem for merchandise, travel, gift cards, and more. Fond du Lac Credit Union has a low rate credit card for every lifestyle. Which one's right for you?
Condex Corporation in Elmira is a proud manufacturer of cutting parts for the agriculture and lawn and turf industry. Condex is currently looking to add to their second and third shifts in various roles: assembler, machine operator, and CNC operator. See for yourself what it's like to work in a company that's focused on innovation and continuous improvement. Condex offers a great work environment, including a climate-controlled manufacturing facility. Condex Corporation, 1500 Technology Drive in Elmira. Apply online today at Condex.com.
Winnebago, Winnebago. Winnebago Lutheran Academy is different than most high schools.
We have a wide variety of activities to get involved throughout WLA.
The teachers are always willing to help and want us to succeed.
The atmosphere at school makes you feel safe and welcome.
Tuition may seem expensive, but we are part of the Wisconsin Parental Choice Program.
The most important aspect of WLA is the Christian education that is offered.
Come join our family. Visit us at WLAVikings.org.
Living it for 4 years, loving it forever.
It is a great time to sell. To see interest rates as affordable as they are, home values are still on the rise, but consistent. And if you thought your house wasn't worth listing for sale, I think you need to think twice about it and get a consultation from one of our agents. We do have a free service where we come out and we take a look at your house and we tell you what we think it would sell for. Knowing what your house is worth is very important, but knowing what your goals are even more important. And we would like to sit down and talk more about your story, about why you're selling, and then finding out what we think it should sell for.
It's a slow time for air conditioners, but it's a busy time for furnaces. Hi, this is Sarah and Danny from AirTech Heating.
We want to share a few tips from our technicians to keep your furnace running smoothly this season.
Be sure to change your furnace filter to maintain proper airflow. Not sure how frequently or what filter is best? We can help.
Take good care of your furnace. Contact us for annual preventative maintenance.
And make sure your outdoor vent pipes are clear of snow, leaves, or debris. As always, if you've got questions, our team is here to help.
For whatever it takes, 24/7 service, call our team at AirTech Heating at 924-6742.
Apply now to qualify for the SABRE Award, a $500 per year scholarship at Marian University. Be admitted by January 1st and receive a $2,000 scholarship towards your degree. The SABRE Award is granted in addition to other scholarships, awards, and discounts. 100% of Marian University students receive financial assistance. College is affordable. Apply now at marianuniversity.edu/apply.
Are you ready? Let's hit play. Remember being spontaneous? Let's do that. Get-togethers are back. Let's have lots of those. Still working in your PJs? No judgments here. Let's live for every moment. Let's embrace our health and wellness. And together, let's live well. Advocate Aurora Health.
Hey, I'm Jeff Cornelli. I'm the owner of Tavern on the Avenue, Bob's on the Avenue, Just Love Coffee on the Avenue. Just Love Coffee is a franchise out of Nashville, Tennessee. We actually interviewed 30 different people, and these people are above and beyond better than anybody else. 90% of the money that is made in the coffee shop is donated to charities. There's nothing in Fond du Lac like this business. It's very upscale, it's family oriented. We got kids games, the kids can play their games, the families can come here at birthday parties and have coffee at the same time.
Dr. Shane Bauer of Bauer Chiropractic for progressive and traditional chiropractic care. If you're in pain, Bauer Chiropractic offers unique ways to provide relief for many types of pain and conditions. New to this area is MLS Class 4 cold laser therapy, which can be very effective with treating many nagging injuries such as plantar fasciitis, tennis elbow, shoulder pain, knee pain, and many others. Pain relief and prevention are 2 reasons to see Dr. Shane Bauer at 355 North Peters Avenue, Fond du Lac, or log on BauerChiroFDL.com.
One of the neatest projects and programs that we have that I truly believe in is our 5 cents for the future program. Every time a customer swipes their Bristol Morgan Bank debit card, we donate 5 cents to our scholarship fund, which is administered by the Fond du Lac Area Foundation. And we provide scholarships for local students that are going to 2-year, 4-year school. We're there for up to a 4-year renewable scholarship.
Bristol Morgan Bank. Locations in Oakfield, Fond du Lac, Brandon, and Van Dyne. Log on bristolmorganbank.com.
Welcome back here to the Fond du Lac Blue Line as we get ready for the third period of contest here between St. Mary Springs Ledgers and the Homestead Highlanders. You can see up there on the Quest Interior scoreboard, 4-0 is the score here, Nick. So we get ready for that third period. There's the buzzer.
Yes, I think we should. Thank you to Monique Diaz for checking into the broadcast. Sam Lococo, Jim Gron checking in tonight. Peter Bellender, again, watching from Vegas, spinning those slot machines. Peter, if you don't win, don't come back.
Exactly. And I really appreciate it again. So wherever you're watching from in there, and I'm trying to look here and see. It's telling me that we got 21 viewers right now, but that's my software. So let's check and see what we got out there. So that means that there should be at least 21 people commenting out there because we know that those kids are going to come back. I'm actually looking at this. It says we got 57 out on YouTube, and we've been up to 92 at one time. So there should be a lot more comments that are posted out there.
Yep, you times that by 3 or 4, Jeff, because nobody watches the game by themselves, right?
Exactly. Right, exactly. So, Again, as I was talking with Nick here, most of the time I'm doing these broadcasts by myself, and I really appreciate the fact that I have an opportunity to work with you today and working with a real pro, so I really appreciate getting all those tips, and it certainly has helped me be able to do some of the more engineering stuff here. And I don't think I've missed as many on the instant replay and just leaving it run out there as we were talking about before with the camera. So it's been a blast.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. And you do a fine job here. You really do. And thanks for helping out Radio Plus throughout the season here.
I've really enjoyed it. It's been fantastic.
We are gearing up for some girls basketball action. Going to be having the Waupun ladies on our video platform at RadioPlusInfo.com. We'll also have the Waupun boys and Springs boys, Winnebago Luther Academy next week. The boys get going next week, Tuesday. Girls are playing this week in the regionals, of course.
And sticking with the hockey action, starting in about, it looks like 20 minutes. Fond du Lac is up over playing at Notre Dame tonight. Cardinals.
Cornerstone ranked number 3. See if Fondy can maintain their hot sticks. They're playing well. Fondy was down. They were up 1-0. They went down 2-1 And then they bounced back and won 3-2.
Yeah.
In a thrilling hockey game. Last week.
And that's what you would expect when you got 4 playing 5.
Yeah.
Right? So it was a fantastic game, and a good congratulations again to Fond du Lac for battling back and coming out on top. Here we go back here to live action here in Fond du Lac at the blue line. Springs Ledgers with a 4-0 lead on the Quest Interior scoreboard over the Highlanders from Homestead.
You know, if you're Homestead right now, you're going up against the defending Division II state champs double back-to-back. You just try to maintain your composure. Just try to play your game. Try to put some more pressure on that zone and try to just skate within your means and try to get back into this hockey game.
Right. Obviously, Hayden Rising has been playing really well, but he's not invincible, as we've talked about some of the other goalies. They've one at a time. So 4 goals is nothing in high school hockey. It can be done fairly well. As like you said, they get their composure, start to run their offense. The problem right now is that Springs right back out front. Nice job there by Dianovich, unable to execute with blank. Springs just controls the puck so well. Just so well. They get it on their stick, and they quickly grab a hold of it, and they dump it right back into the zone and put some offensive attack pressure on you. Their defensemen are so active to help keep it in the zone. But you're going to have to take some chances if you're Homestead. You're going to have to leak out just like they were doing there, trying to get the forward behind the defense from Springs and see if they can get an odd man rush and get that breakaway opportunity and just see if they can sneak one in the corner past Rising one at a time.
What I've noticed too, Jeff, is Springs does almost a basketball-like box out. So many times in a zone, in an offensive zone, they're just boxing out at the stick down, looking for the puck, looking for a short pass.
Exactly, and that's, again, the fundamentals that you're looking at. Sticks are down, shots towards the net. They've got their back always to the boards, and they're waiting and tipping it and facing it towards the net. There's good hustle there by Homestead, but getting right back into it is Zabel for the Ledgers.
Jocelyn Dianovich checking in, says go number 10, that's my bro.
Oh, good to hear from you. Thanks for reaching out and letting us know. He's going to love this when he goes back and watches that game. So thanks again for reaching out. No icing, here's the call going back. This time a good hustle there by Cicerello to actually beat Zabel. Here's that chance I was talking about. Unable to put it in was J.J. Perez. Again, the top scorers in the top 3. Shot back there. Oh, it caught by surprise. It caught Zabel. I'm not sure where it caught him. Maybe underneath the padding there in the chest as he buckled over on that hard shot by Homestead.
I think, yeah, Ian Zabel coming to the bench now for the Ledgers. He's going to take a seat. Line change for Springs as they bring out some new fresh skaters here. 14:30 left to play in the third period. Quest Interior scoreboard, 4-0 Ledgers, 24-9 shots on goal for the Springs Ledgers.
And as we talked about, again, there's not a drop-off from first, second, or third line. I know Coach Welch hates me asking every single time, give me your starting lineup and then the 2 and 3 lines over there. He says, these are the lines that play together, and whoever starts and whoever rotates, I'm not sure until we get ready to set up out there on the puck. And it's true. You watch them, and they're right there. Nice save there by Rising as he dumps it behind the net, kept it low so he doesn't get the face-off there, so it only went into the glass instead of into the netting. And that's designed. He did that on purpose with the angle of the stick. McMahon trying to get it out, gives it over to Schramm, chipped it back over to McMahon, off the wall, over to Isaac Zabel. He chips it over. Nice move there, right to the center again. Errant pass there by Isaac Highland. And that's give Homestead a chance to pick it up, and then they go for the icing. And again, the consequence for icing at the high school level is you got to come back and have a face-off back down in your zone. And if you got a hot goalie, that's not a consequence at all. You move up to the next levels.
Yeah.
And now you're going to be getting punished with your players have to stay out there.
You push it all the way to the other end. It comes back to this zone here for a face-off. And if you have some momentum going, that kills it right away too.
Exactly. Yep. Because you get that change out there. So it's not a bad play, especially in that situation when you're playing Springs here. I mean, it's a good play because they're constantly are putting so much pressure on you that you just can't get it out of your defensive zone anyway. So why not get a freeze and see if you can restart?
Reminder that high school hockey presented by your Edward Jones financial advisors, Dan Sprader, Kathy Taves, Patrick Ellison, Matt Moses, Jeff Wills, Ben Berchi, Pam Tellison, Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
If anybody can make sense of investing right now, that's amazing. So I was glad to hear from them.
I'll talk to somebody over there, right?
Exactly. Get some of that professional advice. It's great to have all these sponsors again for the high school sports. Without them, we can't do these things. So again, a huge shout out and thank you to them. Shot, just off of the crossbar. Good shot there by Austin Westergaard. Hit the top of the crossbars. There's no way that, again, the right goalie, because they're wearing the trapper on the right-hand side. I didn't have a chance to finish that up. Typically, you're either a regular goalie, which is just strange wording. You're regular if you put the trapper over on the left-hand side, because that's how every goalie started out with, just using the catching. The baseball glove, basically, it was their trapper, and that was mostly what it was on that left-hand side. So they called it regular, and then people started saying, wait a minute, I catch better with my other hand. So are you saying I can't play goalie? So they started to adapt. And then they called him right. So it's unusual, though, to see two right goalies on the ice at the same time.
Did not know that, Jeff. That's good.
Yeah, it's again, most of the time you're playing the regular. Here's a chance that Homestead needed. They got it into the zone, but then just lost it off of the stick was number 10, J.J. Perez.
Sabo came up and knocked it away. Good job.
Exactly, and that's, again, fundamentals by Springs. Dumps it into the corner. That seems like that's a waste, but it wasn't. It was intentional as it comes right back to number 23, Josh Austin, to set up their offense, because Springs gets there first on the forecheck, taking control of the puck. Can't even get it in. Schramm is able to bump off number 15, Mark Schimpf, getting possession, coming right back with it as Springs. So there was the 10-second rule for Homestead to have it in the zone. There was a miss-hit there by Dianovich. That's not usually Springs' game. They're not a physical pound you to death. I'm not saying they can't. Obviously, it's just have McMahon take a good hit there into the boards, but that's not their game. They like to play fundamentals, so they're going to call it interference here. I thought it was a clean hit, but the official saw it as an interference. So that'll be the second penalty here for St. Mary's Springs, as they're going to take the interference call here at the 6:12 mark.
McMahon comes to the penalty box, a 2-minute minor here. 24-10 shots on goal for the Ledgers. Austin with 2 goals. Dianovich with a goal. Westergaard with a goal. That's a recap of your scoring here.
3 points. Again, so if you're not familiar with how points are dished out to the players, an assist counts as a point and a goal counts as a point. They used to count way back. Goals counted as 2 points, but then by doing that, they were not rewarding those people for being unselfish. So they decided to change the rule, and they said that the assist is just as important as the goal. So then now it's 1 point apiece. And so Dianovich, I believe, has got 3 points. Good save there. Nice job on the pipe. Hayden Rising, and again, their penalty kill well over 88% for St. Mary Springs Ledgers. And I believe, if I remember correctly, I want to say it was a little over 20% for Homestead. I can't quite remember what their power play percentage was, but I thought it was like 24% or 27%, somewhere in there. So they were above that 25% mark that you wanted to be at. So they had that chance here. Now there's second chance here. Looking at that power play percentage, it was at 25.3%, that PP percent there. So that's exactly where you'd like to be. 4 opportunities. You want to be able to score at least on 1 of those 4, because a 4 is about average what you get for penalties. But again, that's not Springs. Nice move there by Blank, walking in shorty. Nice save there with a stick save by O'Brien. Still attacking with the pressure. Now it looks like they're going to call another penalty, and it's going to go on Talon Blank. He's going to get called here. And if they're smart, they're saying give it to him so they can go 5-on-3, but Springs is letting them play with it, which is absolute smart play here. They're not going to get that 5-on-3 because the penalty times is going to elapse. So they're letting them take it in the zone. They pulled the goalie to get the extra attacker, so they've got 5 attackers, and now that penalty time is gone, And we're going to go back here, and it's going to be 5-on-4 again instead of 5-on-3. It was what Homestead needed. So you could hear some of the fans yelling, give it, give it, give it. Springs was playing it smart and not having anything to do with it. Wait until that clock disappeared. And then they decided that, okay, we'll give it. I thought it was going to be on Talon Blank. My
Cooper
fault.
Bilo to the bench.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bilo to the bench at the
2-minute minor.
8-12 mark here in the third period. And once again, shorthanded attack, trying to get it there. As we were talking about before, on the penalty kill, the key is pressure on the puck. Do not allow the offense to try and set up. And you can see Homestead now made the adjustment to get rid of it quickly instead of allowing Springs to.
Got a little bit of energy, does Homestead, playing with a man advantage.
But they adjusted well from their first power play instead of hanging onto it with one skater. They're getting it, having Springs commit, and then trying to make the pass. But that time the message wasn't there, and you can see what happened. Turnover, pressure on the puck. Dianovich with it into the slot. Backhanded, he scores on the short-handed goal. Here, Dianovich reading it nice. His second goal of the night. And it's a short-handed goal. We'll see who gets the assist. I know that somebody held it in there. I want to say that it was number 4. I think it was Austin Westergaard who was down there, but not 100% sure on that. So we'll see what the announcer gives us. But a short-handed attempt. At the 8:57 mark.
Suzanne Malecki checking in, rooting for Homestead. Jay Marty checking in, pulling for Homestead as well tonight. Got a lot of viewers on both ends of the spectrum here this evening.
Well, thank you out there to the Homestead players, our fans, for putting that stuff out there. The kids, again, still are going to love it. They want to know where their fans are coming from.
A shorty for Dianovich. Dianovich's second goal. Austin's got 2. Westergaard's got a goal for the Ledgers.
So, again, the assist went to Austin Westergaard. Backside, save. Good read there by Rising as he's able to read that and get into play to make that save. That was good execution there by Homestead as they were able to get it to that backside quickly, as that was number 7 for Homestead. Michael Birmingham pulling the trigger. He's now in at center to take that faceoff. 40 seconds left on that power play. Homestead trying to get something set up here. Fourth power play opportunity here for Homestead, and they've been executing at 25%, so you would expect them at this time to try and get that goal in, but you got a penalty kill that's 88% effective. They were just talking about pressure on the puck. He was unable to get rid of it, and Springs just takes over.
Ledgers didn't go in the penalty box. Their first playoff matchup against Stoughton didn't go in at all. Now they went in 4 times.
Yeah, and I would say you obviously got a higher quality opponent here than Stoughton, and that's not a knock against Stoughton. It just is it's the reality of high school hockey. We're glad to have the programs around, but they just don't have the numbers and the competitiveness that you got down from Homestead in the Milwaukee area, and they also have all kinds of training opportunities there versus Stoughton, which is, you would think in the Madison area you'd have that same opportunity, but you don't quite have as much as you do down in the Milwaukee area. And at the high school level, when you started talking about like the senior class tournament that's coming up, Section 8 was always pretty dominant, and a lot of that dominance comes because the Milwaukee area just does such a nice job with training and preparing their kids.
I think of Milwaukee hockey, I think of University School, and been there a number of times. Just a solid program year after year.
Well, then you take a look at, you've got Marquette University, which has a nice program. You got KMMO, which is Kettle Moraine, Mukwonago, and Oconomowoc. Again, nice program there. You've got the Admirals that are there, and their junior Admirals is their Tier 1 program, and they also do summer hockey. So you just have so many opportunities with so many ice rinks. Good feed into there. Nice stretch there by O'Brien to get the save. So it's, again, Section 8 hockey. And we don't see it that way because this is Section 4, but it's 2 divisions. And it used to be Section 8. Good chip. And again, there, I think that is number 19, Finn Bilo, trying to dump it in low. Time is now the enemy of Homestead. Again, anything can happen in high school hockey, but you've got a hot goalie who's seen 13 shots, which is what you'd like to see. I think if I remember looking at the stats, I think in the Stoughton game he was actually pulled after the first period, and the backup Gardig went in, and he only saw 3 shots, if I remember correctly, from Stoughton. So, coach noticing that he wasn't going to get the kind of work that he needed. Was able to get Gardig some experience at the playoff level. So that's fantastic. Also, good coaching there by Coach Welsh from the Ledgers to get some experience to the backup goalie.
Homestead, a team that really falls off in the third period. 42 goals in the first, 35 in the second, just 23 goals, Jeff, in the third and final period.
Heads up. Puck comes flying here. The other thing, and part of that is also, it wasn't as much of a surprise to Homestead. They play on the Concordia ice rink. So with Concordia University, they're also a D3 school. You get that, talking about, again, that high-quality hockey as they work with their youth programs there. But they're used to the big rink. But when you don't have the numbers to run 3 lines, the big rink or not, you're going to get gassed. And that is something, again, I think that you see from Homestead. And with just the swarming pressure here, kids are trying to keep their feet.
You know, Jeff, and taking a peek at Homestead, not only hockey but basketball, baseball. It's a game of runs.
Yeah.
And Homestead started the season at 5-0. Then they lost 5 consecutive games. Then they won 3 out of the next 4. Then they lost 4 in a row. Then they won 4 out of the last 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Streaks back and forth.
Right, exactly. And they have good numbers to draw from. Shot glove down there by O'Brien. He's going to put it back behind the net, give his an offense a chance to set it up. There's a quick pass. They got it out of the zone, but not skating with enough speed was Nate Pound as he was caught and gets it turned over to Springs.
Jeffrey Beamer says, hope the fans are okay. That puck went astray. Everybody's fine up here, Jeffrey. Everybody's good. Mary Perez checking in from Florida. Jay Marty checking in as well. Pam Highland checking into the game tonight. Jocelyn Diatovich says, let's go number 26 as well. Carol Highland watching from Arizona. Let's go Ledgers.
Yeah, that's what I love to see, and that's what the kids love to see. I mean, we do a pretty good job here, and I'm going to say we, Radio Plus, obviously I just help out whenever I can, but that's one of the things why we do what we do. At least that's what I love about it, is the fact that we can get it out there to people who would not. I mean, you're in Florida. When are you coming up here to see playoff hockey?
Right.
But now you can. And I think it's a great service that we're offering here, and it's great for you people to check in. Icing is the call, so we'll get a face-off coming back here. So thank you again. The kids will go back and watch this YouTube, and they'll get to see that chat out there. So I want to also give a shout-out to the fans that are out there for being very appropriate with it, too. So that's great to see.
Yeah. Winner of this game takes on the winner of McFarland and Oregon. Barring anything unforeseen here, the Ledgers will move on to the sectional championship game on Saturday at 1 o'clock. The game will be played right here, and it's a treat. I mean, really, to take a look at the blue line here.
Yeah.
So many teams play here, whether it's the Warbirds, whether it's Marion University, the youth program. So many different programs look at ice time, and the Ledgers to host 3 consecutive, including the sectional championship here.
Right.
If you don't have anything to do on Saturday, folks, come on out for the sectional championship Saturday afternoon.
There was one of those bouncing pucks that we were just talking about there that Homestead was hoping to get that dirty goal, but nice job there again by Hayden Rising to read that and get on top of it. It was bouncing loose there, and then he was able to reach out with that trapper and get on top of it. Plus, he had good support there from his defenseman. So he's doing everything he can here right now, facing 15 shots. He's got that 0 up on the board. And Springs trying to keep it that way so far in the playoffs, not giving up a goal. It was 9-0 over at Stoughton. Looking for that shutout. 2:36 left here on the Quest Interior scoreboard. 5-0 is the score for St. Mary Springs Ledgers.
Joey Colino into the contest now, as is Quinn McLaughlin. Springs.
Once again here, good coaching by Coach Welsh to get some kids off of that bench, getting them some chances to play in some high-stakes hockey.
Yep.
building towards the future. Oh, he had him on the backside. Colano almost had that one. Coleno, sorry about that. Almost had one sitting on the back door. So, again, knowing where he's supposed to be, puck bouncing over there and just kind of whiffed at it a couple of times. Skating with it is Isaac Zabel. Right out into the top of the circle. Save there again by Rising, and he directs it directly into the corner, getting it out of any danger. That's one of the things I would say as well. You watch some of the saves by O'Brien shooting out into the slot area. That's those juicy rebounds we talk about, but you're not seeing any of those. There's one of those that I was just talking about. Off of the trapper, it shoots out towards the dot. A player there can easily pick that up and take a shot on that.
Braun had a look at it, but didn't bounce his direction. Coming up, by the way, your Anders Auto Parts postgame show, too.
Absolutely, and we're hoping that we can get Coach John Welsh up here. I talked to him before the game and said that I'll have a microphone set up for him, as we did at the Badgerland Conference, and ask him what his thoughts were about the game. So stick with us here as we get Coach Welsh. Nice read there, picked off, shot into the belly, and a save there by O'Brien, and he's going to eat it and get that whistle, as turning around and pulling the trigger on that was Caden Blank for Springs.
Fondy is facing off against Green Bay Notre Dame tonight at Cornerstone Rink number 3. So after this game is over, after the broadcast gets wrapped up here, flip on over to the other game of our doubleheader. Got a crew up in Green Bay tonight.
Yeah, fantastic game going to be between Notre Dame, the Tritons, and players
John
not
against
very
the
happy.
official.
I don't know what he's disappointed about, but the linesman decided that he didn't like what he said, saw and kicked him out. And it might have been because one of their players was inside the circle. So sometimes it's not necessarily the center's fault. Wojnowski, and you can tell Homestead now, they're doing everything they can to try and keep this thing from getting in the back of the net one more time. And Springs is doing everything they can to help preserve that shutout here for Rising. Got him in the slot again. Nice move there by McMahon. Again, the defensemen like to crash, go right to the slot. They know to feed that puck right there. Skating with it is J.J. Perez, one of the leading scorers for Homestead. Oh, nice drop back pass there. Got it over. Nice job by the defenseman, actually the forward, Caden Blank, taking a block, which is critical. You don't hear a lot about that as well, but if your forwards aren't willing to take block shots, that stuff trickles back towards the goalie, and anything can happen on those bounces.
All the way down, icing call to bring it back, Jeff. 22.9 to play, Springs up 5-0 on your Quest Interior scoreboard, 32-16, Springs doubling shots on goal against Homestead.
And this is where you typically would like to see. I mean, if you can get 30 shots, you're doing really well. And you'd like to see, again, if you can get 20 shots at a minimum. And one of the things that Springs defense does is it just stops you from getting those opportunities. Just as we were talking about those forwards taking those block shots, so they're not getting to Rising. Clock is trickling away. Rising looking for the shutout here in playoff hockey. The defense trying to help stay with it, and I know that the goalie gets credit for it, skating with it and dropping it. That's going to be wide. That's going to be icing. He needed to skate across the red line. Jonathan Korb instead decided to drop that. They let the clock run out. The official said, go ahead and let it run out. It wasn't going to make a difference. But Korb's mistake was he didn't get to the red line. 2-line pass makes it an icing. So that would have got the whistle in the faceoff, but it wasn't going to happen for Homestead anyway, so they decided to save it. And you can see, again, I'm going to bring that camera over to Homestead. This is the one thing you hate to see, and I can remember myself, I was bawling like a baby when I knew it was my son's last game. And these seniors, they're done for hockey. Hopefully they'll get to play in the senior class tournament that's held at Waupun. And just going back to talk what you're talking about for the Fond du Lac Blue Line, they're hosting the Tier 1 playoffs, which that comes after the season here. Team Wisconsin will be here playing. And they're also hosting Central Plains, which then is the regional tournament to qualify for national. So some fantastic hockey going to be continued to play here at the Blue Line once the high school season's over.
This is your Anders Auto Parts postgame show. We're going to take a break and come back with the postgame show. Coming up next, Springs gets a win 5-0 on your Quest Interiors scoreboard. More after this.
Hey, Fond du Lac's best-kept secret is no more. Operation Best Chicken and Friday Fish from Massey store is out. Pioneer Pit Stop. Yes, Pioneer Pit Stop has some of the best takeout in town. The best part, no reservations needed. No need to drive halfway across the country. No special dress code, other than you need to be dressed. You're in and out with piping hot chicken or fish that you thought came from a supper club. Of course, fuel, beer, liquor, ice, snacks, groceries, and tons of other things we all need are always in stock. Pioneer Pit Stop, 20 East Pioneer Road across from Tucker's on South Main Street. It's Fishlicious.
Today's game is brought to you by Edward Jones and these area Edward Jones financial advisors: Dan Sprader, Kathleen Taves, Patrick Ellistad, Matt Moses, Jeff Will, Ben Beercheek, and Pam Tollefson. Good luck to all athletes in today's game. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
You dream it, we'll fabricate it. At Quest Interiors, we fabricate one-of-a-kind countertops just for your space. And buying direct saves you money. Visit our showrooms today in Oshkosh and Fond du Lac to start your transformation. Quest Interiors, exceptional style, exceptional savings.
Scotty's Auto Works for affordable auto care, from tires and alignments to routine auto maintenance. Trust the guys at Scotty's Auto Works, next to Pump and Pantry, Fond du Lac.
Come and grow with Burke. We are a company on the move and are looking for great people that want to grow with us. Hi, I'm Mike Phelan, President and CEO at Burke, a local company that creates quality and innovative playground equipment. Our team maintains a culture of enthusiasm, innovation, and customer service. We are currently looking for full-time first and third shift manufacturing employees. Burke offers a competitive wage and benefits package, on-the-job training, and a signing bonus. Learn more about our open positions at bciburke.com. That's bciburke.com.
Are you looking for an exciting career change? Join the team at Michaels Corporation. Michaels is currently hiring for multiple shop positions in the Brownsville location.
Heavy-duty truck mechanic, light truck mechanic, trailer mechanic, agricultural mechanic, and shop assistant.
Members of the Michaels team enjoy competitive wages and generous benefits, as well as in-house programs that promote continuous education and career advancement. Collaborate with like minds, connect with your community, construct your future. Apply at michaelscareers.us.
Since 1933, you've come to trust Spies Painting for painting, sandblasting, and equipment restoration. Spies Painting does industrial, commercial, and residential. Not just painting, but wall covering, power washing, specialty coating, sandblasting, parts painting, and more. Highway 151 Fond du Lac. Good luck to the Cardinals and Warbirds in your games this week from the team at Spies Painting. Log on spiespainting.com.
Hey, you look really nice.
Let's get some more pictures. Let's go
Okay.
over here. This is good. This is good. You look so cute.
New Cantina Crispy Chicken Tacos. Try them with creamy chipotle or avocado ranch sauce.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it.
all you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem.
My name is Jim. Came to New Medical for bad knee pain. Before that, I couldn't squat, kneel. I had difficulty getting in my truck. 12 weeks later, things are getting better and improving every day.
Hi there, my name is Steve. I had a lot of pain in my right knee due to arthritis. The results I've experienced have been a lot less pain in my knee. I'm able to walk up and down steps a lot better than I was. I would highly recommend the procedure to anybody that's been talking to an orthopedic surgeon. They wanted to perform a full knee replacement on me, and I thought, I'm pretty young for that, so I was looking for other alternatives.
Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall.
All right. Welcome back here to the Fond du Lac Blue Line. We've got Coach John Welsh here for the St. Mary Springs Ledgers. Coach, thanks for coming up here and joining us here in the press box.
Well, thanks for the coverage again, you guys.
Very impressed with your game. What are your first thoughts after you get through with a contest like this?
Well, very happy to move on because there's only, after tonight, I think there's 16 teams left. After Saturday, there's 8, 4-4. So we're just trying to win the next shift. 51 minutes of hockey to play on Saturday, and hopefully Thursday, Friday, we can be ready to go.
Dominant performance once again, Coach, as you're watching this. I've always been impressed with the amount of pressure that you put on other opponents in that offensive zone. I would say, we're just roughly estimating, I would say 85% of the time that puck was down in this offensive zone. So just talk a little bit about your strategy and talking that through with your kids.
Sure. I mean, Homestead came out with a little different look on their forecheck right away, which you guys probably saw. So we made some adjustments right away just to get us a little bit better zone entry. And once the kids were able to do that, I think it turned up our quality chances, and we were able to capitalize on a couple of them. So.
Hayden Rising pitching another shutout tonight here. John Rising pitched a shutout against Stoughton and pitched another one tonight.
Hayden's been phenomenal in that. He's a wall back there. He's clearly one of the best in the state. And we rely on him, especially on the penalty kill. If we let him see the shot, he's going to save it.
Dean Dianovich with 4 points tonight, 2 goals and 2 assists out of one of your team leaders. What you expected?
Totally expected. I mean, he's a first-team All-State kid. He's got a hammer of a shot, compete level. He's strong. He's thick. Sees the ice well. So I didn't even know that he had 4 points to the game. I knew he had a good game. I haven't seen the score sheet yet, but totally expected out of Dane.
Great shorthanded opportunity there as he scored on that shorthanded.
Yeah, actually, little Austin Westergaard worked through our structure and tactics there, and that's kind of why he made the play. So sometimes the kids don't always understand, well, why do you want me to do that? And, well, here's why. You make the turnover, and maybe the senior gets all the glory, but we know who made the play over there. So.
Right. And I try and mention that as much as I can during the broadcast. As we talk a lot about, I think that the assists are just as important, if not more important, than that goal.
I would agree 1,000%. We preach 2 assist goals. We want to move the puck. I think the coaching makes some differences too sometimes. Assistant coaches for sure. They're a big help too in helping make adjustments. So.
Austin had goals this past Thursday. He had a couple goals tonight as well. He's really played well.
He's skilled. You saw the shot down here on the side. I mean, and I said right away to Pavis, that's a kid with a rink in his backyard, and that's exactly what it is because he just places the puck in a real tight spot. So.
And we talked about, again, during the game, also the fundamentals that you emphasize with your team. Can you talk a little bit more about it? We talked about the skating, the speed that you're demonstrating is phenomenal with your players and the hands that they have, and, again, looking to pass.
Well, if we practice for 90 minutes a day, 70 to 75 are purely skill. Whether it's stick handling, skating, passing, or a combination, it's really very little tactics. A little bit of special teams, maybe 11 minutes a day. But if we can build our skill level, and if you can skate better, you're going to shoot better.
Yeah.
And it goes right on down the line. So we do spend an awful lot of time on fundamentals. And hopefully we see improvement over the year, which this group's been phenomenal. Here we are, 1 win away to get to Madison. We'll have our work cut out for us on Saturday, but
Yeah, talking a little bit about that. I know you don't like to project ahead of time, so let's talk, though, a little bit. Potential opponents. It's either McFarland or Oregon. What do you know about them?
We did play Oregon earlier in the season, and they're quite a challenge. They've got 3 super skilled forwards, so we'll have our hands full. I would expect, it doesn't matter who we play. This is to get to Madison. So this thing's going to be an all-out, go get them, and may the best team that day, and any team can get anybody any day. So we're aware of that. So
1 o'clock on Saturday.
1 o'clock
Thank you, John.
Saturday. We'll
Good
be
game
here.
tonight.
Thanks
All
for
right.
the coverage,
Thanks
guys.
a lot, Coach. We appreciate it. Hopefully we'll be back here to cover. We will be for sure. Not sure who'll be doing those broadcasts. So thanks again.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thanks,
Take care. Coach John Welsh here for the St. Mary Springs Ledgers, taking his time to come on up here. Thanks again, and congratulations.